One. Hello, all. Welcome once again to Blaine's Escape Corner, our little corner of the internet. We get together, we talk about the things that help us escape. Now, for one moment here, I may get an echo. I just turned on an Instagram stream, which is a thing you can do now. But I'm also really interested. Like, is it just taking the middle rectangle? Yeah, Blaine's Escape Corner live. And it is. It's just the middle rectangle from the stream. How fascinating. Okay, well that won't work. That won't work for long because the Fun Time Friday, we get people in here, we start moving where all of the walls are, but that's we'll put it up for a minute and we'll see how that goes. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bingo. All right. I'm going to Oh wait, no, it made it a huge stream now. What? Holy crap. Instagram is allowed to have full screen streams. Look at this. Look at this video graph. That's crazy. I didn't know you could do that over on Instagram. Oh, what's gonna happen to the Instagram video if it keeps going like that? Oh boy, that's a funny one. I had no idea. I had no idea you could do full-size streams on Instagram that are proper rectangles. All right, we're around there. We're around there. Put this here. Yes, Jemmy, that is correct. Big news. The Twitch artistic nudity has been reversed. Can you believe that, Pop?
Unbelievable.
Who'd have thunk? You were like, I mean, we'll allow artistic nudity, and then immediately the internet's like, naked,
Yeah.
naked, and then your advertisers are like, hey, let's not continue that. Like, let's not do that. That would be cool if you guys stopped whatever this is. And then Twitch is like, oh, yeah, actually, we appreciate your money. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
That turned around so quick.
What is the turnaround? Honestly, 2 days? One day?
If that, I thought it was just a day. I was like, they announced it, people went crazy doing whatever they wanted to do, and all of a sudden they're like, uh-oh. We're turning into the hub.
Let's see. I think I can get like exact times on this because I think it was Dexerto on Twitch. Was the first time I saw it. Or X, not Twitch. All right, Dexerto. It's not even the same thing. I didn't even mess up correctly.
No.
Okay. Dexerto. Can I do find on timeline or do I have to scroll through this crap? Press. Oh, I'll just go to their website because they have blogs. Twitch allows gambling. Okay, whatever. I want artistic nudity. What do we got? It's Mr. Mechanic. It is Mr. Mechanic, the one, the only.
What's up, DJ?
While I hunt for this, how's your week been?
Oh, it's been great. You know, I'm getting the hardcover editions of Soul Eater, Soul Eater.
Oh, nice.
Hardbound manga edition. Very nice, yeah.
Welcome, other Canadian friend.
Hey, what's up?
How do you?
Sorry for interrupting there, Pop Culture.
No, that's okay, AC. It's good to see you.
He paused
Yeah,
for a
good to see you.
second. Okay.
What did we find out?
I'm creating a timeline here. Give me a minute. Go ahead and chat amongst yourselves for a second.
Yeah, I like that. It just came from AC's stream. He was building the what's it called? The Venator?
Yes,
The
the Ultimate
Lego
Collector
Venator.
Series Venator.
Oh, that thing, man. You're gonna need another room just to store that thing.
Yeah, I'll
And
post.
and
I found the missing piece, so I'll post the
you were looking for that.
yeah, I was looking for it, dude. You know where it fell? On top of the shelf that I have it sitting on, the build, it rolled off and bounced into one of the shelves, like the cubbies.
Okay,
And I had my flashlight on. I was like vacuuming just to clean up a little bit, and I was like, oh, there it is. So
nice.
I'll post it in the Discord, and then Blaine can bring it up whenever. Just like the what I was trying to show you on stream, the finished build.
Yeah. Oh, that thing is huge.
Okay, I think I've got it now. But let me make sure this is the correct massive approach to for the 13th. Okay. Everybody, strap in, everybody. We're going to Twitch news.
Oh boy.
Why is there stuff all over the ground? Why is this not just peeling off? Oh, my sweet Ghiblies, get me into the alcohol. God, why? Why? It's like the cap like disintegrated all over me. Now I got these little like paint fleck fuzzies. Oh, great. And it was a loose cap, of course. Great. Great! God. Oh, I got a dirty shirt around here. Here's a sock.
More alcohol.
Clean
let's get it.
sock.
More alcohol.
Wait,
That'll fix everything.
Yeah, that'll have to. Why? Now I have to use a sock like a plebe to clean all this up.
Was it from your calendar there?
No, this
Your
is just a
Advent?
bottle I've had for a while, and I guess the print that was on the plastic like wrapper thing just flakes away. I'll have to vacuum up later, but I'll worry about that when I have to.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. Not to interrupt the Lego chats and all, but I finally got it open. We're finally ready. So say hello to Instagram, everybody, because I'm live on Instagram now.
Instagram.
Insta-G's.
Cheers.
I need to pull up the Instagram chat because I don't have it popped out. Kampai, everybody. Wonderful. All right. December 13th. Okay. So let's let's keep our calendar so we're aware. Okay. We got our December calendar.
Yeah.
13th. That was Wednesday. This was W. Okay. 13th. Twitch updates sexual content guidelines amid topless meta backlash. So people see streamers that are topless and doing their streams, and it's like, that seems like you shouldn't do that, but they're not showing nip, and it's like, well, good, man. So they get backlash back and forth because of it, and they're like, well, you know what? We now allow content that deliberately highlights breast, buttocks, or pelvic region, even when fully clothed. Wait, this isn't the right one. Hold on. In a large post, Twitch claims with major changes to the update, which now allows content that deliberately highlights breasts. Yes, okay. I read that correctly. My brain didn't perceive it correctly. So they have the artistic nudity begins, where it is okay to be naked if it's artistic. What does that mean, okay? As a denizen of the internet, someone who knows how to turn on Google to YouTube, what would you think if someone said, hey, such and such website now allows artistic nudity?
It would be, it's just like seeing someone without any clothes on. There isn't anything sexual about it, or they're not performing any kind of lewd acts or anything like that. That's my definition anyway of like artistic,
Okay.
You're enjoying the female form or whatever form it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How about you, Canadian? If I told you that such an YouTube or Facebook has now allowed artistic nudity, what's the first thing happening on your Facebook feed?
For two things, I would either see it as more like anime waifu type stuff,
Okay.
But for the more like realistic, like the actual human, I would think about the first thing that came to mind was the body paint stuff,
Yeah.
like the full body paint, like whether you look like an animal or whatever. So
Actual
it,
art. Okay.
yeah, yeah, actual art. So, but it would be kind of alarming if I did see that message, like what you mentioned.
Okay. Well, the art category gets overrun with explicit furry and anime content. So
Yeah,
artistic nudity is just I'm drawing all of my Tumblr porn, but over here because Tumblr only allows male presenting nipples. So we're gonna do all of the weirdest thing we can. Nude art skyrockets on Twitch after new sexual content rules. This is the 14th, okay? So 13th, I'm gonna put a C for change. Thursday. We have the 14th. We have nude art. Nude art.
that article
Okay.
you just pulled up, like this one right here, I
Yeah.
just saw it last night. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. So I figured you were gonna pull it up.
Yeah, and even last night, like that this was already out for like 12 hours, I think, because this came out at 11 o'clock yesterday. Following that, Twitch art streamers banned en masse as artistic nudity gets misunderstood. So 5 hours after they wrote the last article of Twitch is full of nudity, we then have them getting banned because, of course, it's Twitch and their moderation team is not talking or saying like, here's how the guidelines have changed. Like a policy that allows artistic nudity may not allow this kind of nudity. So now you got a bunch of people that are pushing the line, and they're just getting banned. So 14th is also ban day. Ban hammer. Here's our hammer. Banned them. Okay, so we ban hammer same day. Twitch revert artistic nudity guideline after going quote too far. So 7:30 on the 15th. On the 15th, we have our U-turn of policy. So in like it's technically 3 days. It technically took 3 days. We have day 1 where they implemented it, day 2 where it got abused, and day 3 when it got reversed. But if we're going from the new policy, this article was at noon. So if we say noon to 7:30 in the morning, I mean 24 hours, 32 hours maybe of hey, we can do nudity before they're like, oh, this is a bad idea. I don't think I've encountered internet policy updates that have switched so quickly. Because you'll have like, oh, so and so updated their terms of service, their policy, and it just sits for a couple weeks. Then you're like, oh, look at this thing we couldn't think about. But when you're like, oh, you could be naked now on the platform that people are telling us that it's bad if people are naked, now it ruins everything.
That was so fast. Unbelievable.
That's great. It's hilarious. I love
It's
this.
it's like they always forget that people will ride the line when it comes to like what you
Oh,
can
they
and can't
pushed
do.
the line, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they pushed it even further, and then they reverted it. It's just, yeah, what a
And
mess.
everybody does this, right? I'll use kilometers for the sake of my guess. If you see a speed limit sign that says 50 kilometers, how fast are you driving down that road?
You're doing 60.
Yeah.
You're doing 10
Yeah.
over.
You're doing 10 kilometers over. In America, we call it the 5 over, but even the 5 over miles an hour will turn into 10 over miles an hour. And you will still pass cops that won't care because it's still not that big of a deal. You start doing 15, 20, you start getting to like closer to that misdemeanor felony territory. Man, you better believe you're going to be seeing lights. Or you got some around here, only the motorcycle cops have the quotas. So like you see a motorcycle cop, you're done. But everybody, here's the line, here's where everybody goes. Here's the line, here's where everybody goes. Everyone always pushes the line a little bit farther. So the fact that we know this as humans and do it and participate in it on a daily basis, but you can't think, hey, if I say you're allowed to do artistic nudity, they might just draw a bunch of horse penises. Like, how does that not cross your brain?
Oh man.
It's a new policy speed run. Oh, they mastered it, I think. I don't think they ruined it. I think the furries like capitalized on it. I don't think you're gonna beat that. I'm calling it a 32-hour turnaround. I don't think you're gonna get better than that. All right. So, Angry. It's good to talk to you again. I feel like I haven't vocalized words to you since physically I did so months ago.
Yeah, man. I just took the GLPT just recently, so I was only studying for that. I really couldn't do any live streams or hang out with people the last several weeks.
Do you know when will you know how you did?
Do you want to know the official answer or the unofficial answer?
Both?
Officially, it won't be until I think mid-January,
Okay.
if not towards the end of January. Unofficially, because you know that test gets taken all over the world, right? At different in
Yeah.
different countries, and so a lot of countries are not very good at was it not
Hiding their
operational
answer
security,
keys.
but like confidential security,
Yeah.
info security. My bad, info security. So the answers to include also the actual tests may or may not have been leaked, and I may or may not have double checked to see what I answered and whatnot. So I felt pretty confident walking out. Like I felt like I understood everything, mostly everything. And so I think I passed. I probably passed just a little bit above the 50% goal that you're supposed to hit.
Nice.
So I think I feel pretty confident with that.
Very exciting. So we have an unofficial good job, and we'll give you an
Yes.
official good job when it
Yeah, right
comes
on.
through.
I'll post it on the Twitters.
Beautiful.
Then we can celebrate.
Well,
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I'll celebrate all of it anyway. Awesome. Okay. And then the other reason that we're talking is you went to a fun convention.
Yeah. I had the pleasure of helping out my good friend the Ginger Ninja, and we went to Tokyo Comic Con this last weekend.
Okay. So the Tokyo Comic Con, obviously it's in Tokyo. Where specifically in Tokyo would I be looking for it?
So the funny thing is, it's not necessarily Tokyo, it's Chiba. It takes
Oh,
place in the Chiba prefecture, but they call it Tokyo Comic Con
okay.
because
I'm pulling up a
obviously it would
map so
sound
people can
weird
know
if you
what
said
mean.
if you called it Chiba Comic Con. It would just be weird. Um, yeah, so Chiba, if you want to know specifically, come on, I'm trying to think of the name of the location.
I got you.
It it's like 15 minutes away from Chiba Station and about 40 minutes away from Tokyo Station. So I think you hit it after you go past Tokyo Disney if you're on the lines there.
Oh, wrong one. Take this one and that one. There we go. Okay, so for the world, this is Japan. Here's Tokyo, and then Chiba, like next to Tokyo, right here. Can you send me a YouTube?
That link I just shared is
Oh, yeah.
the walkthrough I did. I privated it or unlisted it on my channel, but oh,
And
that's
this is
just
your big logo or Lego too.
yeah.
You need a bigger table.
No, it fits, pops. It fits. No, trust me,
Okay.
it fits. I'll show you. I'll show you when it's
Not
done.
from
It
this
fits.
angle.
No, I have it on the edge a little bit because for filming purposes.
I'm like, I literally see it like hanging off the edge of whatever this table is.
No, because
Man.
behind it, there's still like a good like foot behind it.
Okay.
So yeah,
All
it'll
right.
fit perfectly.
Anytime, Alex Moore.
Yeah, back to that map though. I can guide you to where it's at based off of geography.
Yes, use your geography.
So see the it's by the bay, so that's the easy spot. It's literally right on the bay. And if you zoom in there where it says KO line, I think that's the one of the lines that I had to ride.
KO. Okay.
All right. Keep scrolling in a little bit.
Okay.
It's one of those two parks. I just don't remember which one.
One of these two.
Oh,
parts.
right there. Okay, Makuhari. Yeah, Makuhari Messe.
right here.
You have it on the actual. Yeah, you have it on the map itself. The Google
Yeah,
Maps.
I did the magic of opening up the Google map so I could see it. But this map opens in Japanese for some reason.
No, but the one you just were showing, it was on there, right there. That
yeah,
Maku
the
Hari.
Meisei.
Yep, there.
Okay, so here we have it. This is where our story is. How far is this from Tokyo? Let's see, if I go Tokyo Station, we'll just use that as the central point. Learn to kanji. Why are you showing me Jay's pan? You know, everybody's favorite J-Pan. 36 minutes by car, 40 minutes by choo-choo.
Yeah.
Does that seem about right? Or 52 minutes sometimes.
Yeah. It's much quicker to get to Tokyo than it is to get to Narita Airport because I flew into Narita, and then I traveled to Chiba that way, Chiba Station.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that video there is just like a 50-minute live stream I did on my mobile, so it's pretty garbage quality. It didn't even save it in HD, which I don't know what happened with that. I've been finding out lately because I've been doing the Lego build streams with my mobile phone. Like, if I go too long, it won't save the whole thing in HD, so the quality is like really trash. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah,
Maybe
it is what it is.
Maybe it runs out of space or something, and it calculates that it has to switch down to a standard definition instead.
I don't know, man. It's supposed to do 720p, and it looks like it says 720p on the YouTube bar, but it really isn't. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So it was 50 minutes. Now to keep in mind, people were asking me in the chat like, "Why is it so empty?" Because I was filming it at 8 in the morning or 8:30 in the morning when it wasn't even open.
Oh, you just got in because of that guy, the Ginger Ninja.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's his deal?
So I met him last year on YouTube. He went to the Nerdrotic meetup last year in Vegas, and he actually met Norporeal there. If you guys know, I know Pop Culture knows Norporeal, but
yeah, I've heard him.
Yeah, he met him there. Anyway, so I found out through the Nerdrotic live stream. He's like, "Yo, there's a guy from Japan that came all the way to our meetup." So I looked him up, and sure enough, he has his own YouTube channel. His name is the Jinja Ninja on YouTube. He used to do Sunday night Japan time live painting streams, just chatting with people. But he's been pretty busy lately, so he hasn't got into it. And so he lives out in Fukuoka, specifically.
Fuck you, okay?
Specifically, all the way out in Miyazaki, and he's been in Japan for 20 years, and he speaks like the really good Japanese. Like, doesn't matter who he talks to, everyone likes talking to him. And he's what
for everybody. This is where Fukuoka is. It's way down here on this island. Like it's a little tiny bridge or a ferry to get to this island, and it's on like the opposite side. Like if Tokyo looks kind of like a sock to you, Tokyo is the heel. Or if Japan looks like a sock, Tokyo is the heel, and Fukuoka is where your toes go. Way down there. That's a distance to travel, though. That's not nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, I think you said it was a 2-hour plane ride from where he lives.
Oh, by plane?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I drove from Osaka to Fukuoka, so it was a lot more than 2 hours. It was like a 9-hour, 10-hour journey.
Oh, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's far. Sheesh.
That is a long time.
We stopped in Hiroshima, though. So we went from Osaka, stopped in Himeji, went to Hiroshima, and then we went from Hiroshima to Fukuoka. Because there's not a lot between the two. So like, we'll head on down there. So you cut it in half, you're fine. Dragon Roos are here.
I have yet to go to Fukuoka. So one of these days I'm going to go.
It is not great. It's just like, it's one of the worst when it comes to having like overpriced touristy stuff and them just like not caring about it. Anyway. It's kind of fun to go to Beppu. Beppu's fun. And then in the middle of this whole place is a Kurosawa onsen area that was fun.
Ooh,
Kumamoto
nice.
was all broken, so we technically saw it, but didn't really see it. We're talking about the Tokyo Comic-Con today, Miss Sparkles.
I also got a PowerPoint I can show that I was on Pops' stream, and
Nice.
just the other day, doing I built a PowerPoint of some of his like paintings that he drew.
Mm-hmm.
But back to James, like so what he's been doing for a long time is fine art. So he paints fine art, and then he decided to merge the two, fine art and comic art. And so he does like he do portraits, but he does like character art and whatnot. And so last year in 2022
Mm-hmm.
was the his first Comic Con. I met him. I actually met him there just for one day. And it was like during like the coof, so like there wasn't as many people there. There wasn't as many artists and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
This year though, oh my goodness, dude, it was insane. For starters, there was like 100 people, individual people for Artist Alley, which I think I'm gonna have to send you the PowerPoint file so you can see how large Artist Alley is.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then of course the traffic, right? They were expecting 80,000 people. I'm pretty sure there was more. I mean, it was on Saturday alone. It was like
80,000.
just
Okay.
it was swamped with people on Saturday. So, yeah,
That's a healthy sized convention. One day ago, more than 85,000 people, a new attendance record for Tokyo Comic Con.
there you got it.
Jeez.
Good for them.
How the people with their little hammers. Yay. Do you know the significance of the hammers?
Isn't that for the sake barrels? Or
Yep,
the
you
sake
break
drum?
open the sake barrels and
Yeah.
that starts the party.
That's
It's
right.
like our ribbon cutting ceremonies, but with hammers. Sparkles wants to go to a Comic-Con. You would totally dress up in everything. A, who would you dress up as? And B, do it. I don't
Yeah.
know what else to say.
Don't
There's
hold
a,
back.
There's a
just do it.
convention near you.
Those,
I only
are
have
those
4
bar-
articles.
Sorry, are those barrels full of sake? Is that why the party gets started?
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
So they have these. These are the sake barrels. They're wrapped with like rice, paper strands, kind of a thing, and then that's where all the ink goes. But in the inside, it's like just a standard wood keg kind of a thing, like a barrel, like a normal ass
Tasty.
barrel inside there.
I like me some sake.
Yeah, like you see this in some of our medieval stuff too, where they like break open the barrels of alcohol to get a party started. Same idea, but
Hmm.
they still do it, whereas we just cut ropes with turtles now. I can't find Ginger Ninja on like X or anything, so you might have to.
I'll pull it up. I'll put it in the private chat.
Okay.
I'm trying to upload the PowerPoint to Restream so I can share it. It's just taking a minute. But I guess back to
Oh, you're
him.
just uploading it? You could just share the screen if that's possible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll do it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he published his own comic with a friend of his online, and I have it. I don't have a camera to show you what it looks like, but it's kind of like a steampunk western comic, I guess
Is
you
it
could
the
say.
Ginger Ninja comic? Oh,
No,
you spelled Jinja like a shrine. You could have said that.
it was in the video. You can't see the 480p video.
Dude, on my screen, not only is it 480p, I also have it like maybe 2 inches across. There we
Yeah, my
go.
bad. Yeah, he spelt it specifically like that because Jinja is the word for shrine or temple. Sorry, temple in Japan.
We would call it shrine in America for Jinja.
So this is
Temple is Dara.
Terra. Terra.
Yeah, that would be temple. Like we do Buddhist temple, Shinto shrine.
Shinto shrine. Yeah.
Yeah, so Jinja would be the shrine.
This is Artist Alley right here, and this was on the first day, I think. So, but there is many rows. Pretty much where that Hot Toy sign is, in front of it is the end of Artist Alley, and there's just like, I don't know, 15 to 20 artists all jam packed in a single file, each of those rows. But as you can see there, like there's not a whole lot of room to walk around.
Mhm.
On the sides, that was filled with people. Like on the second day was Saturday. It was crowded, man, especially down the middle as well. But My bad. Let me go back to.
It's funny how tall all of these convention centers tend to be. Like we have
Yeah.
a new convention center they just built, and it has like 4 stories are like kind of standard, 12-foot kind of office coordinator spaces. But then like the top floor is like, a 3-story height floor, and the basement is also like 3 stories tall. And you're like, why is it all so huge? Oh, Miss Sparkles, in Japan, the cosplay and the dress up occurs in a very specific location. They show up with their like carry-on luggage and head over to the changing area, get changed, and then go to the place where they'll get their photos taken. Then when they're done getting their photos taken, they go back to the changing place, swap out, and then we'll go enjoy the con if they're there for the con. It's like cosplay in Japan is very much so I'm here for a photo shoot and not I'm just wearing this and walking around and having fun with it. If you see people walking around having fun with cosplay in Japan, they're probably American.
There's some photos I included here, some cosplayers. They do have like a cosplay parade inside the con.
Oh,
And
very
then
fun.
they also do a contest as well. I want to say it's the end of each day because one of his friends wore a different outfit each day. So, anyways, Tom Hiddleston was there. So Loki was one of his most requested commissions. So you'll see about like 4 different Loki arts that he did. I took this photo because, well, I'll explain the right photo later, but the left photo
The
this year was
comeback?
no scumbag.
Oh, I also have that video very small. That's
The left photo, I took that photo because they had some vendors there that were selling old Star Wars toys, and also I bought a bunch of old Lego sets there as well.
yeah.
Like I'm talking like I walked away because of if you don't even count the conversion rate, I walked away with like paying a third of what they're worth online. And then if you
Nice.
factor in the conversion rate, it's even like more. Like I got them for a steal basically some of these sets. So
Yeah.
if you guys know I know Pop Culture knows Pacific 414,
Yep.
next month
Mhm.
I'll be on his stream. He's doing a collection stream next month. And I'm gonna wait to show them online during that stream. So
Very
you have to
fun.
wait patiently. But yeah, it was cool to see that. And these people are cool, the vendors that were here. And there were some other vendors. They're in that video. Again, the quality is really bad in the video, but they sold obviously a lot of newer stuff at the pop-up shops. And the reason why there's this scumbag cover here is this blank cover is you can take it to one of your favorite artists and do a commission and have them paint whatever you want on the cover. So
Okay.
for example, I found a blank Ghost Rider comic cover, and I'm having James do a Ghost Rider, his own like interpretation of it or whatever, like drawing on the blank cover. So, and then the reason why I was scumbag is like the guy that was running that shop. He knows James, so we're just messing around, saying like James could do a self portrait on this scumbag cover. It was just being goofy. Yeah, so
Oh, nice.
here's
Let's see.
oh man, his name's drawing a blank. Who's this guy, Pop?
Oh,
The Juggernaut?
That's
Juggernaut.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
Oh.
I'm completely.
I'm not
Brain freeze.
illiterate of Marvel heroes. I do play Marvel versus Capcom.
all right. My bad. Yeah, this was one of his first commissions. Pretty cool. He did Astro Boy for this one Japanese kid.
Nice. Actual Astro Boy or Adam from Pluto?
Astro Boy.
Trick
Yeah.
question.
Well, isn't it Atom is the Japanese name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna stump me? You gonna try to stump me?
I'm trying. You knew the Hammers. You knew Astro Boy's name. We're, 2 for 2.
There's the other Loki. You could see Gambit there at the bottom. He finished that one for somebody. Those are 2 different days, by the way. You could tell by the t-shirts he's wearing. Yep, second day.
Maybe he
Artist
just
Alley.
spilled ink on one and he had to change his shirt real quick.
No, he's really clean when he's really good at like keeping it all on the table. No. Another thing I should note is that he likes so he did this whole Lord of the Rings art series.
Mm-hmm.
You could see some of it on the bottom there. Unfortunately, the good stuff is behind him. Oh, actually, I meant to. I'll get you. Actually, here is his Twitter. My bad. Let me send this to you.
Oh, yeah.
Did you already find it?
Yeah, I found it.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Once I knew what to do, I found it pretty quick, and then I found I found this one. This one looks pretty cool. I'll switch
Ye- Oh yeah. He did that on the first day. I think it was before I got there. He did it on the first day.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah. Some of the commissions that he forgot to take a photo of, his customers took a photo of and shared it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the turtles right there. I didn't even see that, so that's cool.
Very fun. This thing.
Overkill, yeah, that's in here. Yeah,
Overkill?
from Spawn.
Oh. All I know about Spawn is Cape is anything. A few X-Men comics too. Nice.
Yeah,
Very
so
fun.
that Batman there, that was a pretty big project. He said it's as tall as him or as me, so
I
it's
mean,
like
it is physically large, so if he says it's a big project, I immediately believe him.
yeah, the way he I don't remember how he explained he did it, but it was like he has a printing press, so he did something with that to like make it look like that or whatever. But he said it was quite the project. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. There's another Loki he did.
The Loki. Why did everybody want Loki? Is it just
I,
exciting because it's newer?
I think so, and also like I said, Tom Hiddleston was there. Um, but I think it's
Oh.
probably the show because the show is going on right now, right? Or it might be finished.
I love that everyone he takes a photo with is just emoji faced.
I'm emoji faced. One of the photos
Japan's
I
so
did.
funny in that though. It's just like whereas like most Americans I think would just get a photo and post it. And most people wouldn't think like, "Oh, I'm going to hide my face from this."
All right, so
Weirakaroki.
yeah, there's Loki, another version of Loki. These are some American or Canadian, Australian, American cosplayers that I guess we found out that they actually work for Disney. I don't know which Disney, probably in the U.S. But they're like the
Canadian Americans that work for Disney, probably in Florida, probably getting their ass handed to them right now by the state of Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are Disney prince and princesses. That's who they are. So
Wait a minute. Um. Okay, no. So Disney prince and princesses are like an actual like a card carrying thing you can do where you become like a certified Disney princess. I know someone who is Rapunzel from Tangled. Like that's her princess. So like when a little girl wants a Disney birthday party and they order like a princess for the party, one of these people show up to the party. So they may not actually work for the parks.
I see.
yeah, I didn't get a chance to really ask them, but yeah.
It's a fascinating thing. You never think about it until someone's like, "Oh yeah, this is what I do for work," and you're like, "Huh, okay." I guess that makes sense that would be a need that someone would want to pay for.
Many years ago, I did meet somebody that was a Disney princess for the cruise ship because they have them on the
Oh yeah,
cruise
they would need them
ships.
everywhere.
Yeah. Um, so that portrait on the left is a portrait of a customer in the style of Tim Burton.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did a black and white Spider-Man there.
We don't see color in our Spider-Man. Oh, he's drawing Nightwing double cheeked up on a Thursday over here. Look at
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Where's he going? Also, what's with the little bit of an AI going with his backwards baton there? Damn, anybody who ever wanted to see a thick Nightwing, you're welcome, I guess.
I think I know. I think it was one of his female friends that requested that, if I remember correctly.
Did they specific? I love that I
think
don't
so.
even read like 99.99% of kanji, but I know that this one says nice ass because it's got a peach emoji on it.
Yeah.
And then prayer hands, so something about itadakimasu probably in the bottom here. Oh, that's great.
I think this David Tennant one was his final one he did. Yeah, these are some Japanese cosplayers.
Nice.
Their actual company in Tokyo, they do all of their own props and everything.
Oh, fun.
They're pretty cool guys actually. I talked to them for a little bit. Really cool. There he is with one of his friends. She cosplays every time they go to. She goes to Comic Con. Another guy there who had that Harley Quinn commission.
Very nice.
These are some comics I collected. So I collected Turok. So pretty sure pop culture knows about
Is
Turok.
there
Oh, yeah.
more? There's an N64 game for Turok. Quit acting like I'm not here.
I'm just messing. Well, but you know that the game is based off of the store,
Doesn't
the
matter.
comic
Guy
story,
with
right?
guns and dinosaurs. Okay, Turok. We can all love Turok. Is there just one comic or like that it's based off of, like a Watchmen or something, or is it like a series of Turok comics?
I think it's a series because I remember looking it up a long time
Mm.
ago. I don't know how long the series is, but there's several issues.
And
And
these are all
then
500
these
yen.
yeah, that's what was hilarious. They were really
And
cheap.
they're English.
Yeah. So the comic guy, all of his comics were in English. So these other dinosaur ones, these are kind of like scientific books. Because I opened up one of them just to see what was on the inside. I haven't had a chance to read any of these yet,
Mhm.
and yeah, they're talking about like bone structure, like the skeletal structure, and like habitats or feeding habits and stuff. I was like, and the art is beautiful. I like good dinosaur art, so it's really beautiful dinosaur art.
Beautiful. I get it. I also love dinosaur art. It's just the way to say it, I guess.
Yeah, and then this is the final panel, like the final there's this blank board, it's blank, and every artist in Artist Alley can go and draw something on there.
Mhm.
And so that's like I think most of them. He was so busy he forgot to go and draw his little like cartoon on there or whatever, so he missed out on it. But yeah.
That looks awesome. That's great.
So yeah, if you want to know some of the people that were there, I actually talked to them. They're pretty nice. You had Jeff Keane, who did the Family Circus, or he's the son of the original creator of Family Circus.
Okay.
I talked to him. I bought something for my mom. I thought he's a pretty nice guy. Um, the official artist for Rick and Morty, his name is David Roman. I talked to him. He's a pretty cool cat, pretty chill.
Cool cat.
Yeah. And then there was some bigwigs Marvel guys. Some of them I didn't really know who they were. I didn't care to really talk to them, but there was one in particular, Wills Portacio, I think is how you pronounce his last name. He did like Uncanny X-Men,
Okay.
and some other like Marvel stuff. He was one of the guys that left Marvel and created the one what's it called with Todd McFarlane, IDW, right?
Are you sure that was that, or was it Image?
Image, my bad. Image. Sorry. I think it was Image.
Now you're getting into the ones I don't know. So yeah, you'll have to ask Pop from now on.
So I think who else was there? Oh, there was a guy. His name was Rodney Ramos. He did cover art for the What Ifs comics back in the day. He was a really cool cat. But yeah, there was pretty cool people there. There was the voice actress for Ash from the original Pokemon TV show, Veronica Taylor. She was there. I chatted with her, and I didn't know that she actually did voice acting for Fire Emblem, so I was able to get a signed Fire Emblem like poster thingy or whatever.
Gotcha.
And then the last person there, well, there's two other people. There's this other guy. His name is Gonzalo or Gonsman. He does like a lot of like anime art, I guess you could
Okay.
say. But the final person that I met that was pretty cool, and you might have to pull it up on my Twitter if you don't mind. I think it might be one of the top ones. It's the one with the blue book cover or blue book. I might just send you the link.
It's
Hold
okay.
on.
that the
I
guy
just need
you
to
were telling
remember
me
that you
about?
spelled Canadian wrong, and then I'll get there.
He spells it the French way.
Where? Oh, what happened to it?
Oh no,
Oh,
you
I guess
post too
media.
much.
It might be under media. Oh, it's under media. If you go to media, it should be this, not the second image, the blue image.
The second image. Okay.
You can't see the color blue, right?
I mean, I can see blue and silver against each other. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to meet the duo that does the Legend of Zelda manga, Akira Himakawa. It's these two older ladies, and they were really nice. Got to chat with them, and they signed. I bought their art book, so that blue cover you see is the art
Okay.
book, and then I bought the manga, the issue 11 of Twilight Princess, and they signed the inside of it too. But yeah, it was really nice to talk to them, and um, I didn't realize that they go to Comic Con, so they'll be at they said they'll probably go to Osaka Comic
Oh,
Con,
that
so
would
I'll
be
see them
fun.
again, and I'm gonna have them sign one of my original mangas, the Japanese ones. But yeah, they were awesome. It was pretty cool to talk to them.
Is that all the people that you remember being there?
Um,
You don't remember
yeah, like,
little actor named Christopher Lloyd?
well, I didn't see the actors because they're on a completely different side of the venue,
Look at that.
and none of them come. Oh, actually, I do remember somebody. You guys know Michael Bean, right?
Michael Bean.
Tombstone.
Oh, I didn't watch Tombstone, so I don't know.
For
who he
like
is.
the old Western
Oh
movie?
my goodness.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. This signature is crazy. A signed ticket is 25,000 yen. That's
Oof.
what?
Yeah.
180 bucks? $190?
Something like that.
Who else? Mads Mikkelsen, Palm Clementif, Timura. Ewan McGregor was there.
For some reason, they had Tamura and Daniel Logan and like this one random chick like separated in their own little booths aside from the other big people that were there. Yeah, that girl right here, Natalie Tena.
I don't know her.
I don't know her either, but they had them like, because in the venue, this year they were kind of smart. They put the big actors signing location in like a separate building almost, but it's still kind of connected to the main venue. So the line for it, you didn't even know there was a line for it until you like follow the signs to get to that part of the building.
She's from Harry Potter.
But yeah, Tamura and Daniel, they were like in their own section that was really easy to get to. But no, the in the artist alley, they had Michael Bean and some other actors that were part of the Aliens crew, and also like Tombstone and some other movies. Like, they're like B-list actors, and they were there in the artist alley. You can get like signed posters of them or whatever.
Nice.
So that's about it. Everybody else I didn't really care about because I was too busy helping out my buddy.
Cool. Would you go back if your buddy wasn't there?
I would go to Osaka because I can get to it really easily, but I wouldn't go to Tokyo if he wasn't there.
Okay. Other than the travel, if I could just snap my fingers and move you there, like, was it outside of just hanging with the bud? Fun convention. Is this your, like, how many conventions have you been to? How common is convention life for you, you think?
So if you count Comic-Con, this would be my third one in Japan, and I've only been to like conventions in Japan. This one was a lot more fun compared to the last two because the Lego finds, the rare jewels that I found there, like I don't know if I'll be able to recreate that again at a different convention, but I would go again. If you, like you said, you snap your fingers and I'm there. There's a lot of cool things to see there. The pop-up shops are pretty cool. They had like a lot of unique stuff only at the pop-up shops. I don't care about the shows because they do like live shows there, so you can like listen to people talk or interview or whatever. But I would go for the artists because they had a lot of really good artists this year. So I would go for like commissions and maybe have people like draw something for me.
Very fun. Depends on when you're going to be there, Alex Moore. The Tokyo Comic Con looks like it's always in December, and the Osaka one is in May. So if either of those line up with when you're there, might be fun to do. Tim's talk with the bonjour from France. Bonjour, friend.
I'd probably go to every Osaka one just so I can get the those ladies to sign my manga until I have all of them signed by them. So that might take like a couple of years.
Yeah. Ooh, that's not a good way to lose money for your trip, Alex.
Oof.
Hope you're grieving properly for the rest of it, though.
Yeah, you see that other fellow was there too. That Hidetaka Tenjin fella.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, pops. Yeah. That's the guy I was supposed to get something for you, and like I didn't know he was only there the first 2 days.
He was
Yeah,
only there for 2
that
days
happens.
and he bounced.
Yeah, like
What
I was
a danger.
I could have seen him on the Friday if I just went around and looked for him, but the Saturday was too busy, so there would have been no way. So I figured, okay, Sunday I can get it done, and yeah, sure
Yeah, a
enough,
little bit
he was
lighter on
gone. I was
everything.
like,
You can swing it.
yeah. So my bad. If he shows up at Osaka, man, that'll be first on my list to go see him for you.
Yeah, no sweat. I appreciate it.
Nice. We're doing it. We're working together as a team to get stuff from Japan.
That's right.
Oh, Angry, can you buy Pokemon cards in Japan, or are you like not legal enough over there to do that?
What?
So
Is that supposed to be a dig or something? What are you going
it's
with
not a
this?
dig. It's an honest to God question of I would like to get Pokemon cards for like nieces and nephews, but like Japan is like you're not allowed to buy Pokemon cards. In
What?
booster
Really?
packs specifically. So you go to Bit Camera. You're like, oh hey, I'm at Bit Camera, their version of Best Buy, and I can get some cards. And you grab the little thingy and you go up and it's like 900 yen for a pack or 5 packs of cards, and they're like, oh, do you have a Bit Camera membership? And I'm like, I don't have a Bit Camera membership. What do I look like? Someone who lives here? So then they do the whole ooh musica shit, and they just start mumbling and looking and like, can they do this? And then they give us the thing to like sign up. We can't sign up because we have like US numbers. We can't connect to their like the app won't download on my phone. My phone's not broken for Japanese apps. I can't VPN over because anytime you start to do something, it's like, oh, we also need your phone number and it has to be in Japan. And it's like you can't just go buy a booster pack because all of those C Labos are buying all the booster packs and just throwing all the cards on their shelves, selling them for like 20 times what they are. I'm just wondering if
So
you
that's
living there
news to me, bro.
can actually just buy some.
I'm pretty sure I can just walk in and get something. What do you want? If you give me a list, I'll go try to get them for
I'll
you.
let you know next time I'm on my way because I wanted to bring back some because like all of my nieces and nephews have like absorbed themselves. Like Pokemon got them without their parents trying, right? So like when we were kids, our parents were like, "Oh, watch cartoons," and the cartoon came on, and we were like, "Oh, I want to do this. I want to play the game." So it was like a very natural osmosis. These are families that like they wouldn't probably let their kids watch the anime because Pokemon evolve. But now their kids all have cards. Their kids all play because they just trade on the playground and they just got absorbed. Like Pokemon just got them. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get them some Japanese cards. They can't read it, but it'll be fun for them.
Mm-hmm.
But then we went and it was like, nope, can't do it. So yeah, if you can get them, I'll trust you, and I'll just.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think I just saw because you can buy Pokemon cards at the convenience store. Have you seen that?
No. No, I did. I would have Pokemon cards and not be talking to you about how they're impossible to get if I could get them at a convenience store. It's wild.
Here, I'm gonna share something on the Discord. But yeah, that's because I was when I go to school
In like
there's
the
a Family Mart
Pokemon
nearby.
store, like the DX store was like, no. Like you can buy what we ended up getting them was like pre-made decks. So like it's everybody knows what the cards are you're getting, and it was like, okay, we'll get the grass deck for this niece, we'll get the fire one for the nephew, like all that kind of stuff. Like we got those, the pre-made decks, and they had like a Mewtwo pre-made deck, but actual booster packs, they just weren't there. They weren't available to us.
Huh. Yeah, that's weird. That is absolutely
It
weird.
is absolutely weird.
If depending on the booster pack, if it's something that I'm interested in, I'll just go try it out. Like just buy one and see what happens.
I mean, it was like a 5 booster packs for 900 yen. That was the other thing. I was like, this is so cheap. And they're like, you can't.
Yeah, especially with the
you
conversion
can't
rate.
buy this. I'm like, damn you.
Denied. Man. I've been trying to collect Viver cards from One Piece. Have you seen those around, AC?
Oh yeah, I see them all the time.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Michael.
I'm all right.
I was
Yeah.
expecting you to be
Hey,
spending
Mike.
the day with the family.
No.
Okay, nice.
I,
Just
did,
here to criticize your Fire Emblem game.
That's
I was
fine.
watching a movie with them until just now. You ever see Boys in the Hood?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was like a Bronx Tale but black.
Yep. You got it.
Yeah.
Eat shit. Wait, Stranos, why does he have to eat shit?
I don't know what I did. I think he addressed me earlier. No, he didn't.
Apparently, there's like a phone app that's Pokemon, like the card game,
Mhm.
and everyone's starting to play that around me. And I'm like, man, I don't really want to. Seems like a lot of time. I would just get absorbed into that.
The card game's not fun though, so I don't know what they're doing.
Why? Speaking of which, why are you playing Fire Emblem again?
Because we've come to an agreement that I will play it. Because funnier things happen while I'm playing it, and it's easier to sort of like zone out, not care, just watch, do a react to something while it's like Fire Emblem versus it being anything else.
You see, Fire Emblem isn't a roguelike, and he's not going to have to waste 4 hours doing something.
I guess I
Like
could
with
be
that robot
playing
game.
that one, that strategy one.
It was fun to watch, but like you kept having to restart.
Well, that's kind of the name
Still
of the
gotta-
game, though, right? Restarts.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're playing with an emulator.
No, roguelites. Like the
Yeah.
whole
Oh,
like kind of
sorry.
point of roguelites is like you keep upgrading as you go, just see how far you can get in. Like Rogue Legacy, I loved that game. That was a really fun game. And then you watch someone who's like really good at it, and you're like, beating Rogue Legacy on like 4 tries just blows my mind. You guys know
How
how
did
that
they
game works?
steal your handle? They stole the handle off his Switch case. Like
Serrano's
one,
just traveling.
why didn't you just
Yeah,
carry it
he's
with you
Yeah.
with
coming
the
over.
handheld? Like the Switch case is a handheld. Why didn't you just have it on you? But B, like how the fuck did they manage that?
Yeah,
Rogue
that's
Legacy.
carry on stuff.
Yeah,
would
exactly.
never- I
like-
would
It's
never
not the
put that in
exact
check.
opposite. It's still Rogue.
Hmm?
He's saying Rogue Legacy is the opposite of Into the Breach. I mean, it's an like action game, but it still has the roguelite where like you do stuff and then like level up and get permanent upgrades as you go.
Sounds like you're stretching the definitions of words.
It's roguelite. It is a specific definition. What are you, Sitchin Adam? Like, oh, I gotta be super
Look,
narrow
we're
in my
arguing over
definition of
definitions here, and I
eugenics,
think-
otherwise everyone's gonna hate it.
Okay,
That's not how it works at all, Blaine. What are you talking about?
what anime have you seen since
There you
last April?
Since last April? What?
Since the last time I was here to
What about this season?
something? What reviews did
Um,
you do today?
Oh, dude, dating story. There is a non-zero chance that you eat shit next week when they have sex.
Dude, I hope so. I hope so.
It is like this episode 11 was like, oh my gosh, we fixed the sister arc. We're moving forward with the love story. They entered and reunited their breakup arc. Like it was like, holy shit, we got to get this shit done. Like someone was like, go, 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 and they just wasted no time. Oh, it was great.
It would be funny because I don't think the manga has
No,
even.
I'm
had
saying
sex.
light,
Isn't light.
roguelites, Serranos.
Isn't this blowing past the manga? Because like the manga wasn't even up to like 3 episodes ago.
Maybe. I don't even know or
'Cause-
care about the manga at this point. Like it's just
Yeah, I
it's-
remember Serrano's looking it up with me, and we were like, "Oh, dude, this like this episode. The fuck."
Yeah, it was a fun episode. And it also when she goes to break up with him and then has the whole like, but I don't want to break up with you. I feel like whoever wrote that scene actually was sitting in a park listening to two high schoolers break up and then get back together, because it's like, wow, I've never really thought like, damn, these are dumb kids, but they're written so realistically. I can tell like they're just stupid kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it was so like interesting to me to be like, this, there has to be, this guy just recorded someone else talking and this is what they came up with. There's no way that they just did this on
I
their own.
mean, work at a convenient like anywhere, and you'll see kids breaking up. It's fine.
Exactly, but it was so like, yep, that's exactly what a dumb kid would say. They're like, oh, I would need to break up with you because I don't want to see you to see me bad. It's like, what? I want to see you all the time. I know, I love you too. And you're like, God, you're so stupid, kids.
Yeah.
Looking, why?
Damn kids.
Yeah, it was surprisingly well done, I would say.
Is Blaine watching out for the spider?
Only one pilot can be carried. No, hold on. In Into the Breach, don't you have the permanent upgrades with the coins that you can do?
It seemed like one character is your leader between rounds, but like every character is the same.
Wait, what do you mean?
This is the one with the three, right? The three robots? Or is that a different one?
What am I looking at?
Is that Into the Breach?
Yeah, Into the Breach is like the three mechs. Like you get the
Yeah. No, like the way I understood that, it was you can upgrade one in between games and have that as your leader, but it still kept the other mechs.
there was like an entire coin like shopping system before you started a match.
Mm-hmm. That might have been. Was that just in between rounds, or was it like just before a match?
No, because in between rounds was like the shopping for like you can get new weapons and stuff.
Mm.
I'm talking about
Oh
the
yeah.
there's like permanent upgrades.
This game still looks fun though. I'm gonna play it eventually.
I'm gonna fail real quick here.
You just attack your own buildings.
Just end turn. You can nap now. It was the one review you requested. Nice.
Oh, good.
Glad I got exactly what you wanted.
But are you caught up on JJK yet?
Yes. Yeah, I'm fully
Good.
caught up on Jujutsu.
I'm not.
You're not? Okay, I'm sorry. I won't spoil it then. How far are you? Do you have an episode number?
Do you have an event
I
that
don't remember
occurred?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The most well, I don't know if it's the most brutal, but Nanami.
Oh, okay.
That was the last
Mm.
episode.
So
I
you're not
watched.
where I was gonna talk about, but put up the spoiler gun and we'll talk about Nanami.
Sure.
So when it happened, did they give an entire flashback of his entire life story
Um,
for Nanami? I didn't actually watch the episode. I was
did they
wondering.
give Nanami.
Because did they like pause? Now we need to learn about Nanami. Now's the time.
No, because we learned about Nanami earlier. We've already learned about Nanami.
Good.
What we got with Nanami, which I think was like way more interesting, was it was him walking along a beach, and then it would like cut to like reality of him like all just messed up walking through the subway, and then it would go back to him at the beach. And you were pairing this sort of like him thinking about living this beach life that he'd like to retire to with what he's actually doing. So he like kicks a wave, and then it cuts to reality, and he's kicking a demon in half, and you know, he's spinning around, and then it cuts to reality, and he's slicing more curse heads off. Like it's this really tragic thing going, and then when it comes to finally his turn, it just ends him. Because
Yeah.
we learned about all his... Are you talking about like the bakery and stuff that he used to go to? Because a lot of that was season 1, as far as like
Okay,
his background.
No, I was just wondering because of I was trying to see if it was any way similar to the one I'm familiar with that happens later.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I was just you know, I really did not. I thought they earned it. Okay, I don't think the show's written poorly when they're not trying to do flashbacks. But
Mhm.
like that episode, it just they earned what they were trying to do. I thought like, oh yeah, they got this. They did it. Like they did everything they could to get me on board with this decision they're making. And then they cut away for the rest of the episode until the very end of it.
In the manga?
No, in the anime. In the more recent episodes. Without spoiling it.
Oh, I see what you're trying to say.
Yeah. I just I can't
that
stand that writing. I can't stand it at all.
yeah. Yeah, I think that is I think the way they did it with Nanami proves that it's lazy any other way, right?
I
Like
100% agree.
having the background throughout, and you build the connections more versus just trying to shove it down someone's throat right literally at the end.
Mhm.
Or
Okay,
the
I'm
end,
glad. I
quote
have 3
unquote.
examples of it now. Well, I guess maybe 4, but I've read the manga. When it was you guys heard the manga spoiler, right? The big one, the one everyone was talking about.
Yeah, I know the one
No.
everyone's
No,
talking about.
I haven't been paying attention to JJK.
Good. It's trash. Anyway. But yeah, I read that whole thing, like how that happened, and I hated it. They did not earn what they were pulling with that
Yeah.
one of the manga.
They just throw it at people.
Yeah, it kind of just happens. It kind of just is like,
Mm.
oh, I guess we're doing a weird trippy scene now. Oh, and it's over. Damn. And that person's no longer alive. Damn. And so yeah, they pull some very it's just lazy writing. Like that's all I can describe it as. You know, he can do it at this point because he did with Nanami. And I hearkened it back to Chainsaw Man when I was describing it because everyone knows Himeno dies, right? And they do a flashback like right
Mhm.
as she's making the decision to sacrifice herself, right? And you get this scene that doesn't just build on her character but also builds on her relationship with Aki and how it's going to affect him, her not being there. And so it has multiple reasons for existing that aren't just backstory for character that's about to die, which is probably the worst thing you can do. Demon Slayer doing it constantly, like it just
Right.
isn't, you know. But yeah, it sounds like
JJK starting to feel like Akame got killed. It's also starting to just feel like all right, we gotta go. Like somebody, some editor or something was like, all right, this was great. People love this. Now let's go. Finish it. I don't want no One Piece on my hands. Finish this one. Get on the next one. We get more merch.
I
We
don't
go.
hate the idea.
Like-
I don't hate the idea of a big battle in the middle of your series where like a bunch of important characters die. That doesn't sound like a bad idea at all. It's the writing, dude. It's always the writing.
It does feel like we weren't set up for it really well, I don't think. Or at
You
least as
probably
much as I
weren't.
think that we were supposed to be set up for it. Like especially with the way that the sort of the flashback and then now this kind of came through. Like it was kind of nice as far as like that one character is concerned to get the flashback, so we were like, "Oh, I know who the hell this is." But it's also, you're like, "Wait a minute. Why does this suddenly go from like, hey, we're just going to go do this to this is the that's going to end things?"
Yeah.
It's just it's kind of how it feels, but I also don't know why it would be that. Yeah.
Oh, I guess Canadian's gone.
All right, Angry. I'll see you in a second.
Yep. See ya.
Unless you don't want to come back, it's up to you.
No, if you don't mind, I'll come back. I'm just gonna restart the PC.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That is one of the things where it was just like, you really I mean, I don't know, maybe they set it up better, but because I did end up skipping the ending for season 1, you know. I only ended up watching 20 out of the 24 episodes because I got so pissed off during that big battle.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, again with the writing, you can't just cut away, or not cut away, but you can't invent reasons for like characters to not be able to fight, you know. Like there were so many competent characters that could have fought the plant demon or plant curse instead of Yuji, but it all came down to Yuji because Gojo, he's out of commission. They put the barrier up. Maki, she got hurt. This character, his voice is rough, scratchy. This character, you know, like they had to do that so many times just to justify Yuji fighting this character, you know. To the point where I'm sitting there and I'm like, what other show pulls this many things out of its ass? Like, name one. Because I can't.
I mean, you're talking about shows that just pull stuff out of their ass?
Well, I mean, like, you need to, like, pull this many reasons in a row just to set up this one fight scene. Which, it was a cool fight scene, but it was a waste. Waste of a lot of resources and time.
Talking about just the flower fight?
Yeah, the flower fight.
I had a great ending though. I loved the way that fight ended.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
And then to get that ending, and then see, I think that ending paired with the what do I want to call it? The flashback, I think was really nice because then you're like, oh, I get why this is like important. This is really nice. I like like you see like how powerful it is, and then it's like, oh, also this fixes things. You're like, cool. Is it Demon Slayer Michael?
The example I saw the other day was literally Demon Slayer levels of cringe.
Joshua.
You know how it goes, dude. You've seen this. Everyone has seen this before. Oh my god, this important character's about to die. Cut away to like their entire life story in a flashback for the rest of the episode, and at the very end, we're gonna like, oh, they're actually dead now. Damn.
Well, have you seen the next episode?
No. Oh, let me guess. They no, aren't they dead? I looked up specifically episode where this character dies because I know they die, and I'm just like, if they don't die, I mean, good on them. That's better. I mean, the flashback is less useless if they don't die, but at the same time, that's still kind of cringe. Dude, I already compare everything to Demon Slayer when it's bad. Serranos, I didn't get that talking point from Lofty Pixels, even though he also thinks the writing is bad in JJK.
They might as well be dead, I think.
I mean, that's what I figured.
They never come back. But there's a line, and it's not really a throwaway line, but they have a line where they're like, I still feel a pulse, like we'll be okay. Not perfect, but maybe we can fix it. No promises. And you're like, what the hell is it? Is it gonna work or not? Like, why are we like this right now?
Look, if they're just a vegetable from that point forward, I'm gonna call that a death.
Yeah, the might as well be dead.
If they never show up again, it's a useless flashback, you know. I know they certainly aren't like I
They
know.
don't they don't show back up in the manga, so
They don't. Okay. Yeah.
no.
I
that
figured
is-
because like I jumped to that point where like the big battle's going on and I didn't see him. So
it's never confirmed specifically, like in text, but it's sort of like, I mean, if they weren't dead, they should be here, and they aren't, so
yeah,
Probably
yeah, that
dead.
makes sense. Okay.
no probalo, Stefani.
Oh, we'll see you. See you, Dragon Roost.
Oh, Dragon
Yeah,
Root's taking
later,
off.
Dragon.
Have
He's
a good one,
taking off.
buddy.
So,
That silly dragon.
Flashbacks that reveal like character connections aren't bad.
Not
It is
character
specifically-
connections, new characters though.
New character connections, or even
Not even
like-
new character connections, straight up new character. You're like, oh,
yeah.
who
Well, like,
then not only gets introduced in the flashback, but then we see them in the today time, and you're like, do I
Mhm.
care about this person? Am I supposed to keep caring about
that's
them?
what I'm saying. I literally just want them to serve more than a single purpose, which is what it feels like they serve when
That seems to be a common trope, though,
Yeah.
in some shows. They're like, oh, the person is going to die. Flashback time. Oh, look at this person that from their past. Who's here now in the future?
No.
yeah, that isn't bad. It doesn't have to be bad when it's done like that. It still can be. But I think it's always bad when they just kind of ignore it.
I think we can all blame Von Dom for this at the end of the day. If he didn't flashback in Bloodsport, it wouldn't have become a trope that they flashback to get their powers and then they can finally defeat the final boss.
But they never do it. It's become the opposite of that trope where they flashback when they're gonna not do
They
that.
flashback to the enemies flashbacks. You're like, dang it, this wasn't what I meant by don't do this anymore.
Oh no, we need to learn about how the spider had like a family when they were human in Demon
Oh.
Slayer. Oh no,
And then
we gotta
the
learn about
found
the Trunks
family of this
backstory.
demon, where he found other demons to be family with.
Quickly, we gotta learn about this Hashira's backstory while they're dying. Quickly, we
Bloodsport
gotta
has
learn.
never. Bloodsport always applies, Jemmy. Them's the rules. Our brick-headed friend. God. That's like one of my favorite little one-liners that they kind of just pan past is when the big guy is like, pick a brick, and they pick a brick at the bottom of the stack. Because previously Dolph like smacks the top brick and it just explodes the bottom brick. And so his buddy, who is like a wrestler, he's like, all right, pick a brick. And they pick the bottom brick and he just destroys the top brick. And he's like, see? Perfectly fine. And he hands it to him like that's what they meant. It's literally like a 10-second kind of pans past him doing this. And it just, I love that show. It's so good.
No,
Yeah, I got an
break
iron
scenes
blade.
are always good. Was it Karate Kid 2 with the ice blocks? That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Hmm.
Oh, we've got a new Funk FPV we need to see.
Oh,
Why is this?
I like
zoomed
this
in?
guy. I like this guy. He's great.
Oh, I'm not gonna do the pop out over there. I'm gonna put it over here. It'll look funny on the stream, but I'll be able to see it better.
All right.
Oh my gosh, why? Audio. Nope, no audio.
No, couldn't hear him.
Yeah, I cannot hear him.
And basically, what it is a trailer tilt. So you back your truck up to it, and your trailer is all full of like dry goods, grain, what have you, and it dumps all the stuff out of the back of the trailer into a big pile. The problem is that the tractor isn't supposed to be attached. You do the whole
Wow.
tilted thing. It's a good thing he backed it up straight, or that thing would just flop over to the side. But
Jeez.
yeah, that's not good. I mean that fifth wheel, that thing's getting the Overachiever of the Year award on that friggin' thing. Holy cow. There you go.
He's lucky it's got a good grip on it. I mean, geez.
Well, the front cab, like you said, the thing that keeps it pointing straight. Because when they
Yep.
turn the wheels and turn, the whole
Yep.
front cab turns, and that's what pulls the trailer over. So the
Yep.
fact that Like, have you seen those little toys? Sometimes you see it like fancy markets that are like a segmented snake, and if you hold it, it'll go straight, but if you like tilt it up at all or you
Yep,
bend a little bit,
yep.
it curls back and hits you. That's what's gonna happen to that guy if it doesn't happen right.
Oh yeah, but I mean, just the fact that Kingpin is holding that whole truck up from the trailer, like
That's
that's unreal.
hilarious.
If you know what clamps onto that thing, you'd just you'd be like, wow.
That's amazing. What did Godzilla do? Whatever he wants, probably. Would be my
Many
guess.
such cases.
He destroys everything with impunity.
I do not take marching orders from Ian Miles Strong. Okay, Ian Miles Strong is someone I very much dislike, and I will not be told that I take marching orders from Ian Miles Strong. Terrible person, really.
AC being in Japan right now, what's like one of your favorite shows you're watching right now?
It's Michael's favorite show.
Yeah, he likes
Really?
shitty
Yeah, I like JJK because my wife really enjoys it, so we watch it together. We're a little bit behind though, but that and Spy Family. I really like Spy Family.
Oh yeah, that's been good. I've been forced to
Fam.
watch it.
I'm still behind on that. I want to try to take her to go watch Code White, the movie that's coming out.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I keep telling her we got to go watch Gojira, and she's like, "Do I really need to?" I was like, "You need to see this movie."
Oh yeah, I got my wife to. I texted her from work. I'm like, can you get tickets to the theater so we can go see it? And she's like, yep. So we went and saw it on, I believe it was Thursday night, last Thursday.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh man, what a movie.
Look at this setup.
Chrissy Mare's Christmas content.
It's Camelot on his
Yeah.
like. Why is his casting couch L-shaped? And he
Ah,
grabbed garland
They all
around his.
really want to lean back, but they can't.
They're all just chilling. He's staring so hard. What a goober.
Going on.
They are all leaning way forward. That is funny. What's X-Ray Girl doing there? Camelot is the spiritual successor to Casting Couch? I see. But why is his an L?
So what's the deal with Rebel Moon?
With Rebel Moon, they cried more, more, more.
Close.
No, it's Rebel Yell.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I was.
Is Rebel Moon somebody or a what? What is it?
It's a movie
That's-
coming out, but like
Okay.
apparently people think I don't know. I don't know anything about
Rebel
it.
Moon bottom guy. That's what Serrano says.
That's what Serrano's told me, but I'm like, I don't know shit about Rebel Moon. Didn't even know it's coming out.
Rebel Moon. Also known as Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. I already don't like it. Is a 2023 American epic space opera film directed by Zack Snyder.
That
Boo.
already
Screenplay.
sounds awful.
He wrote with Kurt Johnston and Shay Houghton based on a story Snyder conceived. The film features an ensemble cast that includes these people. Rebel Moon had a limited theatrical release in the United States on December 15th, that's today, ahead of its streaming
Yo.
debut on December 21st on Netflix. Oh, I know what I did. Who care? I don't care about this. Live action Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, dude, that's so sad.
What's so
Did
sad?
it come out?
Yeah.
Oh, did you like it?
So, I think it's okay.
I heard it was the worst case scenario.
Nah, I wouldn't call it the worst case scenario. If you've ever seen a live action anime from Japan, it's that. So Yusuke and Yusuke's costume, Kurabawa, because he's the only other one I've seen so far of this group. His costume's great. Botan, fun costume. But like all of the students have like Party City costumes, like pretty bad, like wrinkly looking thin costumes. And I'm like, doesn't everyone just have a school uniform from the 70s around Japan? I like the way it starts. I've only seen the first episode. I think the choice to go straight from the opening scene of Yu Yu Hakusho to what led to the opening scene is smart for a normie audience that isn't familiar with all of the yokai and spirit world stuff. I think it works well to keep it grounded for that first little bit, and then we can get into it. I think that worked well. I'm upset and sad that Botan doesn't ride a oar. So Botan in the anime, you first see her flying in on this thing. It looks like a paddle, like an oar. So this is Botan.
Yeah.
They just sort of like walk in through a dimensional shift, and I was like, oh, that's not as cool. Is it cheaper? Maybe. Did they not want to worry about it? Sure. But I like the oar look. I think it's a fun thing. Also, Koenma in his when you first, okay, spoilers for the TV series of Yu Yu Hakusho from a bajillion years ago. When you first meet Koenma, like, this is Koenma. This is the guy who's the son of the guy that tells you if you're going to heaven or hell, and he's this little baby, little junior baby. But in this show, they start you out with his adult form, which you don't find out about until a little later. And I just find it weird. It's like, you see this adult grown man sucking on a lolly, and waifu who's not seen Yu Yu Hakusho was like, what is he doing? Why is he doing that? And like, it makes sense when you realize this is what he is most of the time, but when you see this guy, like right off the bat, you're like, why the hell am I looking at this guy?
Dude, I literally just watched Boys in the Hood, which has the character sucking on a binky the entire time.
A binky. That is true.
Or a pacifier, yeah.
Pacifier.
The acting feels like people who are having fun. Like, they're not trying to convince me that he really is Yu Yu Hakusho, but he's like, I'm a delinquent in Japan. This is how they act. He's just having a blast doing it. Like, I can tell that he's enjoying the role. Botan's really excited to be doing her lines, and like, she's got her confusion. She's got all the stuff that she goes through when she finds out that like he's dead, and it's fun. The effects aren't super great, but so far all I've really seen has been like scrolls flying around a room and like a bug flying into a guy, and so you get some makeup and things. I have to give the show props for the way that Yusuke dies is there's a truck careening through a street, and a kid who is trying to get his ball, and it's like the kid's gonna die, and Yusuke jumps and pushes the kid out of the way. This scene in the show is played in real time. There is no cut to Yusuke's eyes as he spots the kid, cut to the kid as the ball bounces one more time, cut to the driver as he takes a steer. It is, you see the truck coming down the road, then you see the ball kind of fall on the road, and then Yusuke runs out and shoves the kid, gets hit, run over, and the whole thing is just one bum bum bum. Like, it's kind of shocking when you're used to what modern cinema does with scenes like that, where you're like, oh no, it's gonna happen, here it comes, to have it just be like, oh, it just happened, as though I was standing there on the side of the street. It was really well done. I'm not a big fan of like exposing the big bad like immediately, or like this sort of like, I've got this ulterior big bad. I liked the way the original worked, where you start with small fry and work your way up. But it's a pretty short series from what I understand, so I can understand I'm just having fun with it.
Yeah,
I would equate it to like the Erased live action or the Japanese Death Note, where they're not great, but they exist. Welcome,
I was gonna ask,
anime guy.
how far are you in it?
Just in one episode of the show.
Okay.
I'm hearing all sorts of things about this show, so I'm probably not gonna watch it or say anything else about it. But I did want to stop by, say hi, and say hello to the Angry Canadian, and of course to everyone else that's here. Pops, good to see you. Michael,
Brandon.
good to see you.
Yeah, what up?
And
What's up,
yeah,
Brandon?
It's
I'm here too.
yes, we're all here. Flawed man.
Right,
Now I
now
can
you
see
got
the
name
names.
tags.
Now I've got it good. So
I was actually who's this FM? I couldn't remember who it was.
It's been a
FM
while.
radio. No, as I said, I'm hearing mixed things about this. Now, I've only seen the first 10 episodes of the anime, so I'm not the expert in this show, not even close. So this is, yeah.
This
I
show will
it's
make
gonna
you
be tough.
want to watch the anime.
I hope
And
so.
that's how a lot of the Japanese live action shows are sort of designed. They're like,
Okay.
here's people having fun making this series in a live action so that people who hate anime will watch it.
That makes
But
sense.
when you watch it and you're like, what if this was like tightened up a little bit or this was this way? And then you watch the anime and you're like, oh shit, this is amazing.
I hope so, because
Oh,
you know
see this
the anime is
cheesy
awesome.
LARP of this show? Why don't you watch the cheesy cartoon of it?
love Yu Yu Hakusho. Don't even act
I
like you
do.
don't.
Hey, look, I like cheesy things. I like
Yeah.
cheese.
Like
Oh.
nachos.
Oh,
Nachos.
I ate Mexican today, so you eat Mexican for dinner, you eat it for lunch, man, it sticks with you all day. Am I right, Serranos?
Oh, yeah.
I give me 4 hours, it won't stick with me anymore.
You feeling it? Like it's like you eat it for lunch and it's dinner time, and you're like, man, I'm still full. I'm like, I could eat, maybe I should eat, but I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
Man, I
Never
need
watched
another
Yu Yu.
Mexican drink.
Oh, I gotta say, Kuwabara is like perfect. Like in this image, you're like, oh, that's kind of funky. But then when you actually see him like running around and acting and screaming, you're like, yep, that's Kuwabara.
Total goober.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
No, that's
That's
good.
cool that they hit that.
I'm wondering how you're going to react to the other episodes.
I don't think I'm gonna like it as a series overall, but I'm not
I-
gonna like it because I've watched the entire original and I think that's really well done, well paced out. And so any changes to the way that one is formatted that aren't taken into account everything, I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah,
Yu Yu
yeah,
is
similar
like-
thing with One Piece. I feel the same.
Pre-bleach the way I'm
Mhm.
watching it now. It was funny
Yeah.
because I had no interest in watching it when it was on Toonami as a kid,
Right.
and then now I'm watching. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. This is like old Bleach.
This is like a thing I like.
This is like a thing I like. That's
It's like
kind of
a-
like where that's like Jujutsu Kaisen. I was like, oh, this is like Bleach with a harder to follow storyline.
You mean no storyline?
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
know what. Look, it's a
Ouch.
fun show to watch. I have no idea what the hell is going on.
I'm glad we can all agree that JJK has a terrible story.
I'll still
I
watch
have
it.
no idea what you're talking
All
about.
of us.
So, well, anyways, I am gonna take off. Wife has got to take a drive to the middle of the People's Republic of Oregon tomorrow. So I'm gonna go
Gross.
wish her good
Mhm.
night and yeah, and be sure to tune in tomorrow. I literally do not know who my guest is. My producer decided to do a surprise for me, so everyone's gonna be surprised along with me.
Nice.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And real quick, any better with an EQ setting on it, or is it still kind of shitty?
I mean, better, yes, but still sounds like a tiny diaphragm.
Still sounds like a tiny shitty mic. Yeah. No.
Still
All right.
sounds better than Michael's over there.
Nah, mine sounds great.
Yours sounds better.
Whatever he said, I'm sure.
So, all right, everybody, y'all have yourself a wonderful night, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.
All right, have a good one.
See ya.
See ya.
Where is she going? If I remember, halfway in or something.
Wait, is this?
Yes.
This is what?
Why the hell are you doing this, Blaine?
Because this is the easy one. and it's easy for me to just like hit buttons and like talk to people while I don't really care about what's going on the screen.
Does anybody?
Yeah, I care.
Yeah, he likes
Does
watching.
anybody?
He's the only one.
Oh, I still
That was
got
your
some-
cute Canadian, damn it.
No, he just laughed at you.
Yeah.
Bad Mike gang rise up.
Hey, when you start making fun of JJK, you're gonna lose me real quick.
Hey, everyone else is in agreement that the story is lacking.
I still like watching it though because the character interaction's fun, and the
Yeah, I
character,
agree. The characters are fun.
the character,
I like all the,
you know,
the
what-
characters are my favorite part of the show.
yeah.
I don't even care about the animation. The characters are just fun.
But I'm like, when I remember, like I was like 3 episodes in, I'm like, do I need to restart and watch this show again to figure out what in the hell's going on? I'm not gonna do it because
The
I'm still
answer is
I'm
always
still
no.
chuckling at the dialogue, so I'm just riding it out. But it's fun.
What up, NH?
I am NH.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that it's fun. I just couldn't look past the story after a certain point. When it started doing like a lot of bleachism, I was just like, I'm done.
But that was really the charm of Bleach too. It wasn't so much the story; it was the character interaction. To me,
I think
at
the
least.
story for the story, as long as the story doesn't take away from the show, it's fine. The story doesn't need to be great. I don't think the Bleach story is particularly good, but like, it doesn't take away from the show like JJK does. You know?
Doesn't take away from the.
I don't think it takes away from the story. I just don't think it's very cohesive. The story is very cohesive at all. At least not in the way that I'm picking up. I could be the problem. I'm not sure.
In Bleach or JJK, you don't think it's cohesive?
JJK.
I think, but that's like the thing everyone's been saying. That's the thing me and Lofty have been saying. Like the story doesn't really fit together.
All right. Well, I changed my opinion now that I know that you and Lofty have an opinion very close to mine. So I'm gonna take the complete opposite opinion of that.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that. Imagine sharing an opinion with Lofty without even realizing it.
Unironically.
Yeah. What's Lofty's opinion? Does he like Jujutsu Kaisen, or are we talking about a different thing?
Which one?
I don't know. You're like, imagine sharing an opinion with Lofty. Which one do you share?
On Jujutsu Kaisen. He doesn't.
Oh.
He
That's what he
likes
just
the
asked you.
show. He really likes the show, but he says the story is nonsensical and hard to follow.
What does it mean? Hard to follow?
I don't understand how it's hard to follow.
What does it mean, like?
I think he worded it as hard to follow at times. I don't think he worded it like it's a definitive hard to follow.
I think actually the word I would use to describe it is convoluted
Maybe.
and loosely put together. Because I kind of know what they're doing, but I'm lacking the overall. Where is this going?
Mm-hmm.
And what am I looking forward to? Other than I want to see a fight scene and I want to see the characters interact with each other, which, to be honest with you, is the entertainment value of the show enough for me. So, like I said, I like it. I just don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
And now I'm watching
You dodged it.
Demon Slayer to see if there's going to be more crying.
And there is.
You know
the-
damn well there's gonna be more crying.
He's already crying
Noises.
over swords.
Where are you at? Are you in the new arc?
The sword village.
Yeah,
Swordsmith
Sword Village.
Yeah.
I don't actually. It's probably my favorite arc in the actual manga, but it is very I think it's the beginning of the end for Demon Slayer, at least story wise.
Why?
So you know how Tanjiro is kind of just like. Did you have like? How would you describe Tanjiro? Like, is he a chosen one or is he an everyday kind of guy?
Oh, he was chosen to be the main character.
Somebody
That's true. He was
chose
supposed to be
him.
the main character. But what if I told you the entire world revolves around Tanjiro?
That's insane.
Yeah, that is insane. Well, that's what
You're
it becomes
insane.
like during and after this arc. The entire
He's
world
ex-
revolves around him.
That's painful considering how emo he is.
A little bit, yeah.
But I
That
can
is
see
a
where he
terrible
is
idea, unless you're gonna heal him. What
he's
was
in
that?
quite well. I
Well,
would
was
say
just getting him out of the way.
he is kind of in a unique position because his sister is, still chilling, hanging around, and whatever. That doesn't.
Oh
seem
yeah,
to
no.
I
Like, that's-
think his sister is the chosen one, honestly.
That seems a lot more plausible.
Knowing what I know, because I've finished the manga.
If
Nah,
you know
it
the
is
things
him.
that I know, if you
It
see
is
what I-
specifically him. He is the one. He is him.
Do you not like Chosen One stories? Do you not like The
Um,
Matrix?
No, it just gets much, It really just becomes like, oh, we're doing this. Oh, Jesus Christ. That okay, I guess there's the entire world revolves around him.
Gotcha.
He's supposed to be he's literally just a trainee, right? When the show starts, all of a sudden he's like the guy.
He the guy.
Yeah. He the guy.
Well, it's
the
interesting
Hashiros
because
are
how
getting
where we're
stronger
at
because-
in this part of the story arc, it's just like he's still kind of a peon, like an overachieving peon.
Kind of. But I want to point out,
Or I would say maybe an overachieving mid-level guy.
you say that there are only 2 arcs left after this one.
Is it still being written or is it
No, it
concluded?
is over. The show,
Okay.
the manga's over. There are 2 arcs left. One of them is like a trainee arc.
You said that funny.
Yeah, it is literally like, oh, we're gonna train, and then oh, we're in the final battle. Okay.
I wish Crunchyroll would tell me when they've got new dubs out for shows that I'm watching.
Don't they?
No, they only tell you when a new episode is out. They won't tell you if the dub is out. They used to have the dub as a separate season, so that you would actually see like, oh, there's a new episode in your season.
But
But
they
they changed
show.
it recently.
Okay,
way
I always
Movie
used
does
to look at has a show updated to find out if there's a new episode, and they include dubs for that.
Oh, interesting.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. So what do I need to do for this? I'm gonna be a boomer about it because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Oh, there's a new GFGF. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, there is. I haven't seen it yet.
I'm gonna get on top of that.
See, nobody's getting notifications for shit.
I got
I
the
saw it, I
notification,
just didn't.
chose not to watch it.
I didn't watch it. Yeah.
I don't even know
Yeah,
what GFGF is.
It's about
It's-
a guy who has a girlfriend that he's been
I don't
asking
care
her
anymore.
out forever, and she finally says yes. And
Yeah.
then, as soon as they're dating and they're in school, another girl shows up, and she's like, "I really like you. Can I be your girlfriend?" And he's like, "Yes." And
cute.
goes to his other girlfriend, and she's so cute that his girlfriend's like, "Yeah, she can join." And they have a little
Oh my
Screen
gosh,
time and-
harem! That never happens.
yeah.
Yeah, but like the main character's very fun.
He's so direct about everything. It's a pure comedy. Like
Mhm.
My
he
kinda
sees
guy.
he runs in like classic anime trope, opens the door while someone else is in the bathroom, sees him naked, and he's like, "Ah, I'm gonna call the cops on myself for being a peeping tom," and he like starts to dial like the cops. Like he's
That's
just he's
great.
just
Mhm.
so honest and straightforward. It's great.
Instead of GFGF, it should be
Oh,
autism.
no.
Autism.
Blaine, it sounds like you're gonna be the one crying about Shino.
Why would I cry about Shino?
I don't know. You did a lot of it the other day.
You mean saying that she's an awful character who sucks?
Yeah. I didn't mean literally crying. I meant like whining about her.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so how do I do this? How do I do this preferences thing?
Oh, I have no idea.
Go into your preferences.
Oh wait, do you have any list? You can just go. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm dumb.
I don't.
Yeah, I was wrong. I forgot your situation.
What's my situation?
What
That
is
you're
this?
looking for dubs.
Yeah,
You're looking
what-
for
what?
dubs. Damn it.
Oh, what does that have to do with AniList?
And I was gonna say, oh yeah, you can just like mark the shows you're watching on Analyst, but then I forgot you were looking specifically for dubs.
Does
Yeah.
Armor Slayer? Horses aren't iron armor.
No, they aren't.
Why wouldn't they be?
Because they're horses.
Yeah, they're like the medieval version of a tank. So like, why?
No,
wouldn't
they
be
aren't. The
considered
tanks
armor?
are a medieval version of the
Have
tank.
you ever stood? No, there weren't tanks in medieval times. Have you ever stood next to a horse? Like,
Yeah.
not just a horse at a petting zoo, but like a
No,
war horse.
Yes. Well,
when the race horses come by at Emerald Downs, and you're like, fuck, like,
And they're bigger than that.
Or a
and they're not even
Clydesdale.
like Clydesdale sized, like. Boom.
But Serranos has it.
They're
right.
incredibly
girlfriend
intimidating
walks,
to
so
be
100
next to.
girlfriends could run. That's
100
that's a good
girlfriends
point.
is leading itself to the Solomon end.
Sodom and Gomorrah, you mean?
No, Solomon.
Oh, the Solomon.
Yeah, too many wives ends up corrupting
Yeah,
the
they're
kingdom.
two very different sexual preferences going on in those two. Solomon's super heterosexual. Sodom is super homosexual.
based.
I mean, if you want to become salt, I guess.
No, Lot's
Salt tastes
wife.
good.
But not if you become it.
True. Yeah.
Lot says, "Why are you so salty all the time?"
Oh, and then she just fell into a pillar of salt. I used to think they misspelled that, like it's supposed to be pile of salt. And I was like, why? This doesn't make any sense.
Oh no, Geminier, that would have been Abraham.
Solomon was the first super strain. Would it be Abraham?
Could be Jacob, maybe. Abraham had two. Yeah, I'd probably be Jacob. Here's my. I'm really in love with this woman, so I'm gonna work for her dad for 10
No,
years.
Jacob was the first simp.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I'm
true.
gonna work for 7 years. Wait, was it 7 or was it more? Oh no.
I think it was 7 years. It was 7 or 10. I can't remember. It was a lot. And then, all right,
did it
it's
twice.
wedding night. I'm gonna get super drunk, and the jackass dad's gonna actually have me marry the sister of the girl I want, because she's older and needs to get married off first, and I'm too drunk to figure it out. And then I wake up, and then I'm like, oh no, all right, I guess I'm gonna work another 7 years.
That's the part I just still don't get. It's like you literally tricked me, and I have to work again. It's a weird culture.
And then so he marries both, and then
But he hates one
Oh.
so much that God's like, "Oh, you're gonna get all the blessings."
yeah, older sister has all the kids, younger sister gets upset about it, so gives her maid to him and says, "Here, you have kids for me with this girl." And then the older sister says, "Oh, I can do that too." So she gets her maid and gives her to Jacob and says, "Here, you have kids with her too."
And that's why the Jews aren't inbred. It's genetic diversity in action. Oh, I left the silver lance on him. Dang it.
Blaine when he forgets to unequip the silver lance 18 times in a row.
Every time.
That's how you get 12 tribes of Israel.
Michael, I still need to finish Shadow Dragon, the original one. I think
Yeah.
I'm on chapter 19 right now.
19, you got like 6 more left. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to do it without Tiki because I forgot to keep that one guy alive in order to recruit him.
Bantu, yeah. There's a way. Do you have?
I think I killed her already.
Did
though.
you
I think
already
I
trade
moved
in the
on.
Star Spear for the falchion?
No. At least I don't remember doing that.
Okay, if you didn't, then just don't. Like, just don't. You'll play an extra chapter. You'll get a different dragon. There's like a secret chapters you get if you kill off a certain amount of units. And
Oh, that's cool.
no, this one specifically is just, oh, you don't have Tiki and you don't have the Falchion? Okay, we got you.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and
Wow.
so it's actually worth it to just... Okay, so the real strat is to keep Tiki and the Falchion, but kill them off before the chapter starts.
Whoa,
Kill off
X-Files.
Tiki while she's holding the Falchion, so it goes to your inventory,
Say X-Files?
and you can just revive her with like a revival staff, because you get one of those.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Yeah, it's a great thing. That game's great.
I had fun because on the Switch version, it has the replay. You can do like the turn replay.
Oh no.
So I had fun just spamming the arena and just trying to like beef up my units in the arena and then like just like resetting it or whatever if I
Mhm.
would lose in the arena. That was pretty fun.
I hope you're not referring to the Switch version as Shadow Dragon, because that's not Shadow Dragon.
It's, yeah, it is.
That's the original.
the 20. That's Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light.
That's not Shadow Dragon, dude.
Bro, the name is Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light.
Yeah, Shadow Dragon. the one everyone refers to as Shadow Dragon is the 11th game in the
DS
series.
version?
Just Shadow Dragon.
You mean the DS game?
Yeah, the DS game.
Yeah, that's a remake of the original one.
Yeah, well, the stuff I just said does not apply to that game then. Because I thought we were talking
Okay.
about the one actually named just Shadow Dragon.
Shadow Dragon.
Is this
Blade of
why?
Light.
Is that why you nerds refer to it like Final Fantasy games? Like, oh, this is Fire Emblem 11
Yes.
or 7, so you don't get confused
Yes.
with the names.
To be fair, I
Okay.
don't. I like Final Fantasy games, and I don't do that shit.
What
Thank
do you
you.
call them then?
Final Fantasy, whatever's on the cover.
Final
do
Fantasy,
you-
this one's about Cloud. Great.
What do you call 14?
MMO.
The MMO,
The-
yeah,
the
that's
second
Man,
one.
I ain't never played that shit.
What are,
played
what
the-
are you? I don't even know that Final Fantasy had worded titles.
The last Final Fantasy game I cared about was 10.
What was its?
I guess he
title?
did the Roman numeral, so he was like X, XI.
Yes.
That's what we all called it back then before you were born.
Great.
I love
I don't
that.
even know what you're talking. Like these are literally called Final Fantasy V. Like I don't know how. It would be
Yeah, they're
not-
literally numbered. That's
it
how
is
they
numbered. Yep.
They don't have subtitles either.
No, but
Are.
like
No, we don't call
like
them
the
by
Japan releases or whatever. So
Yeah, I call them by the special. You know, it's only a Virginia
the way that
naming
nobody
system.
really else really understands it.
Yeah.
that. Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Well,
not
my-
Shadow Dragon, but it's in the name, right?
Okay, so here's the issue. You only refer to Shadow Dragon as Shadow Dragon. You refer to FE1 as FE1.
What? Why?
Wait,
So
what?
you
It's
don't get
called Shadow
confused.
Dragon.
Because Shadow Dragon doesn't have "and the Blade of Light" attached to it. You just call it Shadow Dragon.
Oh.
You're not like,
Okay, well, my bad
I
for-
meant the third remake of the game. That's the one I meant.
Well, so how come they don't call it Blade of Light then if they refer to the first game? Because it's the only one that says Blade of
Because you
Light in it.
can't just, for copyright reasons, you can't use the exact same name. I'm
No,
assuming.
no, no. I'm saying the fans,
why-
the community. Why don't they refer to it as Blade
Because
of
it's
Light?
easier
Copyright
to
reasons.
say-
Don't they own the IP?
Because it's easier to say FE1.
Okay.
You're-
My
you're-
bad for this
You're wild,
whole
bro.
confusion arc.
But am I wrong about that? I mean, maybe.
I don't
You're
know.
not
You're the
100%
community
wrong.
guy. Like.
Maybe
he,
I'm wrong about
though?
the copyright, though. Who knows?
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, because people don't tend
Michael
to
only
play
speaks for
FE1, you
Michael.
just say FE1, right?
He had something correct about like I don't know an Indian Civil War or something. I don't remember what it was. I pulled
Oh
it up.
yeah, it was about Gandhi dying from a gunshot.
Yeah, that
That's
one. He was like,
Buster.
yeah, Gandhi was shot, and I was like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, he was shot and killed in like 2012.
That's like that was a
Serrano's-
formative year in your life. Like
2012 was when I learned about it.
Serrano's.
Probably, I don't know.
I'm trying not to die laughing with Serrano's roasting Stu in the chat right now.
Oh,
Sorry, it's too funny.
I'm sitting here playing a mobile game. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. I'm just listening to you guys. I don't care.
Good.
Who gives a damn what Serrano says about anything?
Well,
ever?
he says you. Oh, well, he says first, that's the stupidest shit he's ever heard you say, and second, you can differentiate them, and nobody recommends you play the original. That's why it's called
The stupidest shit I'll ever say is still smarter than the smartest shit he'll ever say.
Tronus, you can
I was
just, if you
right about
shouted
Gandhi.
real loud, maybe my mic will pick it up. You're not that far. Stu is a woman confirmed because he plays mobiles.
Yeah, I'm playing Brawl Stars right now. I love that game.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You're a zoomer.
It's a fun game.
Okay, tell yourself that.
Is it not fun? I've never played it.
It's like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a 3v3.
Yeah,
It's
That's a good
just
way of describing it.
3v3
It's like a 3v3
chess match. What?
3v3 top-down fighting, League of Legends style combat.
You know, I've never played League of Legends.
Okay,
Neither
but you
have I.
know what the combat looks like, right? Dota? Do you know Dota? Do
Which
you know
League of Legends?
MOBA?
Blade of Light League of Legends?
Hold on, I can just look it up.
League of Legends 2?
How many Leagues of Legends are there?
The one.
I think it's Legend.
Oh,
There is the one.
Legways of Legende. Oh yeah, I know this.
I'm scrolling down the chat to see if Serrano said anything worth reading.
No, he didn't. He didn't say
No,
anything.
as usual.
Okay, it's not like
Interesting.
this combat, but like
Look at them
Top
go.
down real time
just
strategy.
yeah, top down, like 3v3, but like MOBA style combat, you know.
But different.
FE1.
Yeah,
No, they don't
but not like-
differentiate because
but
they
there
all
aren't
suck.
tech
So
wars
they
and
all just
shit.
say that shitty game. That shitty Fire Emblem game.
That
It
one.
could be 1, it could be 5, it could be whatever
No, this one's
iteration they're
Sacred
at right
Stones.
now. Nobody cares. Bringing down the quality of Blaine's stream right now is because it's in the background.
Just hanging out. Just all up in the back. People do not name games by subtitles. Genealogy, Thracia, Binding.
Yeah, those are the actual names people use for the games.
Oh,
They just don't. You don't actually see anyone playing the first 3 games, which is why, like, you just don't talk about them. You know? No one talks about them. Shut the fuck up, Stu.
It's nothing you haven't said on this
But
show
yeah.
before.
Genealogy.
genealogy. What about it?
That's what people call the 4th game because it's genealogy of the Holy War.
Oh,
Which
okay.
series is this?
Fire Emblem. What do you think?
Oh,
I don't know. You
That's
can't do
why
this
I
shit for Final Fantasy, so I don't even know what you want me to say. What do you call Final Fantasy 7, Stu?
Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, okay.
But I've referred to it as Final Fantasy before when talking to somebody.
Which one? The final one.
How many are there?
What are they up to? 16 now?
Oh, be quiet.
I think they're up to 10.
16 and 16. It needs to work on its combat.
The last Final Fantasy was the one that came out for PlayStation 2. Near launch.
Is that 10 or 10 2?
Was Final Fantasy X a launch game for PS? 2?
I don't know.
I don't
wouldn't know.
recall if it was a launch title.
It seems like a PS2 game whenever I play it.
Because it is.
Maybe PS3. Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Hold on, I gotta do a thing real quick.
Well,
The death
Michael.
of conversation. Final
Nope.
fucking fantasy.
Yeah, it sure does, doesn't it?
What were you saying?
I say no promises, but if I get a retro console to play my copy of Genealogy, I'll stream it. Or should
Oh hell
probably,
yeah!
I should probably play Gaiden first, but I definitely want to try Genealogy.
Oh, Gaiden. There's a remake called Echoes: Shadows of Valentia for Gaiden. You
No.
should play that one.
Yeah, I have that one on my actual 3DS, but it'd be cool to stream that one actually. I think because there's some really good 3DS emulations out there now.
Plane escaped this corner.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, we can talk about JJK
Would have
spoilers
been
now.
better if you had an ejection
No, you
seat or
can't. I'm still
something.
here.
I know.
Do not play Gaiden, Serrano says.
Yeah. So a common thing for Gaiden is to set it at like 4 times speed because of how
Yeah, let's
slow the game
say it
is.
like Serranos comes across when he talks about video games. Do not play Gaiden. It is so bad.
Okay, but then compared to how he talks on stream, don't play Gaiden. Do not play Gaiden.
I don't do Latin accents very
You
well.
guys are doing your best Serranos impressions.
His accent isn't Latin.
Sure, it is.
It
It's
is.
monotone.
Never
No, he's
noticed
from
it.
Texas. Actually, is he?
I don't
know.
see
Oregon.
color, Michael.
From Oregon.
I don't speak.
I know he lives in Oregon, but whenever I talk to him, he's like, "Oh, I'm from Texas." I'm like, "Okay."
I don't
gives it a
speak
2 out of
Spanish,
10.
so I don't understand most of what Serrano says.
That's
That's fair.
awesome. All right, so don't play the original one. I'll play the remake, which I have. I think I'll just do the
You
evolution.
play what you want. Angry.
Play whatever you want, honestly. Like you're close to the
Just
end.
don't
do
play
it.
Fire Emblem, or the only people who will show up to watch is Michael and Serranos.
Yeah, but those are the 2 people
And
I
Alex.
want to show
Don't
up.
forget
and
about
Alex.
Do you want
Yeah.
more than 2 people?
Well, he'll
I
get
don't
3.
care who shows up, but if they show up, then at least I know those people will show up.
There you go. Guaranteed
My
audience.
guaranteed audience.
Literal, yeah.
I can have
literal
hundreds,
guaranteed
but I
audience.
really want to. I want to go for the guaranteed 3.
Serrano says he's got a Pacific
Yeah, see?
Northwest accent. He's never been to Texas, but his
But his
family's,
family's
from Texas.
Yeah.
There you go. A little
All I
clarification
hear
there.
is undocumented.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Man, I'd be playing Bloons TD6 right now if my computer could handle both the stream and the game at the same time.
Gosh, now I want my son to just blast you away at that game.
It'd be funny because I haven't played in a long time. But they just dropped the Beast Tamer, which is really fun.
Well, they were making fun of you. Were making fun of me for playing Brawl Stars, but when I remember when I bought my son Bloons, and I'm like, Serrano says this game, and I'm like, what a dork! This game's for kids.
Yeah. It's a tower defense
I
game.
love Bloons Tower
What do you
Defense.
mean? Yeah, everyone likes it.
Do you call it Bloons TD6 or do you just call it Bloons? Like you
I
just did?
specify which Bloons because there's
I
some
say
pretty
Bloons
big
6.
difference. Because I was there when they made Bloons Tower Defense.
I was there 5,000 years ago.
I remember summoning the super monkey. I remember those days.
Hmm.
So yes, I call it exactly what it's supposed to be. All right, plug this in.
Serrano's owns
TD
And
Battle.
Nine
Field.
hundred.
I own
900 games?
almost
Wow.
900 games.
Yeah, there is a Battles too, but I don't really like it.
I'm gonna start
Pretty
reading.
boring.
I'm just gonna read Serranos' text, and I'm gonna read it in like the very high-handed. There is Bloons TD Battle 2, I believe. My family never lived outside of Texas either. Don't play games I don't like. All games are terrible except Fire Emblem and Fire Emblem 2.
What is this nonsense?
Nonsense.
What
This
game
looks
is
like a
this?
mod to Project Zomboid.
It's Art of Rally. It's a second
Ooh.
in a series. The first one was Zen Drift, I think was the name of the game. But the original was a. Oh, I can't specify.
Stu, you have an in with his sister. Go for it.
I'm married happily with 3 kids.
Damn.
Whose impression was an Alan Rickman out of 10.
Do you want me to put a good word in for you, Michael? Because I'm not.
I'm good. I don't know. People who live in Washington. I only know 3 people who
He
live in
doesn't
Washington.
live in Washington.
His sister does.
Oh.
My sister
Oh, I guess I'm four.
said that was a good impression, Stu.
Michael, you're from California. Like, I think they have to come down to your level.
Ooh. There we go.
Yeah, we're gonna let that one slide.
Meanwhile, Michael, why am I alone?
So basically, it feels like you're driving a, like a little RC car. It's really, really fun the way they're done. 4-speed rear.
Oh, it's like
front.
Penny Racers, that
Little bit.
N64 game from back in the day.
A little bit, actually.
I like that game. It's already
Let's
more entertaining.
go.
It's already what?
It's already. Oh, this is when Obama was born.
Homa Bay? When or where?
1967
Oh.
in Kenya. Isn't that around the time? I don't know.
There were zebras.
See if you can find his birth certificate.
Oh, people. It's like a real rally.
Nice.
They're all
Blaine
standing
just
in the
saved
road.
everybody's life by running off the road.
The people actually, they move real fast. It's like Midtown Madness back in the day. Like they're just immediately out of the way.
Not like Carmageddon then.
No, not like Carmageddon.
Gosh,
Carmageddon.
That game needs a remake so bad.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh, jump. Why
I
did
loved
it-
playing that on the PC back in the day.
I can't find. Yeah, I can't find a copy that'll run in
Oh.
compatibility mode. Like the game just
Oh.
doesn't want to run, which is sad. Because I don't care about the graphics. I'll play the hell out of that game.
You just needed to play.
I just needed to play.
Need a retro machine then.
Obama gave the cartel guns. Interesting.
This is probably how Blaine actually drives in real life. This is my Subaru.
Hey, that bitch is looking good lately. I just got approval. I can put a removable steering wheel in, so that I can actually get in and out. Because with the cage and the harness and the seat having to be welded in for the rally codes,
Sounds
It's-
comfortable.
way too close to like get in and out quickly. So I finally got a removable steering wheel approval on it.
And into the drink. This is why a lot of rally drivers die, by the way.
Yeah, this is why waifu wouldn't let me do any of this until I got a cage in. And I was like, you know how much a cage is? And she's like, you know how much your head is worth? Like, so.
She's got a point.
I don't
there.
know. I don't have to
Yep.
deal with it after I'm gone. Is
Get out of my way.
you
That's
gonna
one
get
way
her
of
to
looking at
navigate
it.
for you?
What's that?
You gonna have her navigate for you?
I've been trying, but she's not great at it. She spends too much time worrying about what I'm doing on the road to look at a map and tell me what direction comes next.
At least you know you married a woman then.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not like, hey, wait a minute.
This checks out.
Your life insurance policy isn't high enough for you to drive without a cage. It's true.
Oh yeah, don't let him find out about that.
I got Sabelts for it. I had the cool Takata belts, these like cool green Japanese belts, but they only do like 4 point, and I needed at least 5. And I rode in a Porsche GT3 that had a 5-point harness, and that shit splits your nuts in 2. Like you're like,
Oof.
how do you drive like this? I don't get it. But I got a 6-point Sabelt, so it kind of it caresses the nuts. Still not super comfy, but at least it's on like either side, like a jock strap that's too tight, you know.
Don't forget to cup the balls.
Cool. I like how the map is just like a progress meter on one side of the game.
I'm fine with that. This race would have been a lot shorter if you stayed on the road.
Well, it wouldn't be as exciting. What? I'm not a fan of this. The like, oh, you're 15 feet off the road. It's time to reset you. Like, I'll get back on the road.
The game doesn't have patience for your inability to play it.
I've seen Colin McRae straighten a tie rod with a rock and get back into it. I think I can drive 10
Are
feet
you
on the
Colin
road.
McRae?
That's exactly what I'm doing for the car. Luckily, someone found like a barn find that was his old S6. So there's a ton of pictures of it online I've been using for reference as we build it. All right, you're in a 6-point, turn your head and cough. Dude, you'll bust a nut if you turn your head and cough while you're in a 6-point. Why did that guy try to get in the road? Get out of the road.
Is it freezing on your end, or is it just the stream?
Just the stream.
Okay.
Just your end. At least my game seems smooth enough. It doesn't look like it's bad.
Serranos, do you want to give a quality check on that? I know you have some opinions. Is Blaine's computer running as smoothly as it should be?
Yeah, I can always turn down the graphics of this high poly game here. Although, of course, like the way they made it, I bet like the grass is like so many polygons, and it's like, actually, this game's quite intensive for your system. You're like, why? Why would you do that? Yay, that was stage 1. Time for
They didn't make you
stage 2.
replay it before.
Yeah, you have to watch the whole replay every time. Homa Bay. Where is Homa Bay? If I pull up Homa Bay.
Sounds gay.
It is next to a place called Ogongo. In Kenya. What? Okay. Here's where Homa Bay is. Right here on this giant, like, this lake is huge. It's like an inland sea. Lake Victoria here. Is that
All
where
I'm
Victoria
saying is
Falls
that it's
is?
still
Yeah, that's probably where the
uncomfortably
Victoria
close
Falls.
to Somalia.
Still not feeling great about its piracy distance. Close to Djibouti.
What's the capital of Djibouti? Djibouti!
Is it a
Say that
city
in the army
town
a
like
lot.
Singapore or something? Ooh. What's been happening in your life this week, Stu? Anything fun and exciting? Just a couple
I'm
songs.
taking a 2-week sabbatical.
Nice. Like a full
But we
sabbatical
are
or a
gonna do-
YouTube sabbatical?
We're gonna do a watch party for It's a Wonderful Life. You're welcome to join, by the way.
Oh, when's that?
We don't have a date set up, but it's gonna be like the 21st to 22nd.
Okay, I should still be in town, I think, for that.
It's a Wonderful Life.
You're gonna watch yourself some Jimmy Stewart. Well,
Oh,
that's just grand.
Greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Greatest Christmas movie of all time. It's pretty good. I gotta go with Santa Claus is Coming to Town, though, if I had to be honest.
Santa Claus, the original motion picture.
No, the
From
Bur-
1985.
The Burl Ives
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was one of the first movies I went to see as a kid.
Santa Claus,
Yeah,
the motion picture,
yeah.
better than Die Hard.
Yeah, A Christmas Carol with Patrick Stewart is really good. I highly recommend that.
With Patrick Stewart?
Yeah, he plays Scrooge.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I've
The
seen
one
it.
with George C. Scott's pretty good.
Yeah, that's all right too.
I can only watch the Muppets one.
The Muppets one is the
Because
best.
then I can hear
Michael Caine is
Caine.
good.
Michael.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
exactly. Michael Caine
He's
and
excellent.
the Muppets.
Oh, really caught
Oh.
the barrier there.
Look just like a bowling ball when the kids hit the gutter guards.
Little bumpers, little bumper play.
Went bowling the other day. Christmas
you?
party.
Christmas party.
Yeah.
Was it like a work Christmas party where you're like, oh, those people seem a lot more friendly than they do at the office?
Yeah.
It's so funny. I started seeing like some like short feeds that were like me recording the people that hate each other grinding at the office work party in case I need it later. It's just like, how is that a universal? Of everything that's a universal in our lives, how is the Christmas party? And oh, the frame rate is chugging bad for you guys.
Yeah, it doesn't like this. The stream does not like this game.
All right, it's coming down. Vegetation cut out.
4K resolution might be a problem too.
Oh, but then it'll look like garbage if I don't. I'll cap it at 144 for this one.
We had our Christmas party too.
Oh,
We were-
gross!
We were,
Go ahead, sorry.
That's okay. We were at a casino and race horse track, so it was
Nice.
pretty good. Some guys were going up and betting on the horses while we were having drinks and dinner and everything like that. And it was
And
a
that
chance
was
for
the
us to
year
dress up.
nobody got bonuses.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
Well, the bonuses were there. They just
They got used.
yeah.
I was trying to double everybody's bonus this year, and
Yeah.
it didn't work out.
Put it all on red. Oh no.
Because all of our
Night
gambling is run
guys.
by the Indians, anywhere that there is gambling, there's also a casino. So like our horse track has a casino on the top floor.
Oh yeah.
I like how these bridges are nicely constructed concrete bridges with dirt on them.
Well, yeah, it's in Africa. Why would you put concrete on top of it when you got dirt everywhere?
It's gonna get covered in sand anyway.
Might as well pre-sand it, you know? Gravitas? Is that a Christmas movie? Does anybody know a Christmas movie named Gravitas?
No.
Or is Fansite telling us that we need to have more of that?
I need more gravitas.
gravitas.
More like grab it ass, am I right?
That is more gravy than
Nightwing, where
gravy.
you
We
at?
were just talking about Christmas parties. What?
Nightwing, where you're at.
Oh, you missed Thick Nightwing, Stu.
Huh?
I'll pull it up here in a second.
Ah,
So Angry Canadian went to a Comic-Con in Tokyo, and his friend there, Jinja Ninja, was doing commissions, and so a bunch of the commissions are on Twitter, and one of them is a Nightwing looking double cheeked up on a Thursday, getting ready to go out.
Yeah, I'll pass.
All right.
Congratulations, Angry, though, for witnessing that. I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
I definitely
And
want to go to
eventually
a Tokyo.
finishing Blaine.
And making it across the line, meaning he's in the top 10 at least.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to Comiket or one of the Tokyo Comic-Cons. That'd be great.
Comic-Cat's interesting because it's There's a lot of porn there.
Oh,
A lot
Dojin.
of anime porn. Yeah.
That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, because you're like, at least my first time when I went, I was just like, huh, what am I going to get into? And then, like, I started walking up and down the aisles. And I'm just like, oh, there's some Dragon Ball characters. They look pretty cool. You take a closer look, and they're in some interesting positions.
I guess it's who are you
Surprise.
going to get into?
There you go.
Heyo.
Stu.
Is this you had to see it, so I have to see it?
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of
You got it.
Everyone has to see it.
8.6 car in the top 10. Yeah, exactly. That's actually even some of these like these little like local mud pit rallies. It's like if your car finishes, you're in the top 10. Okay, not great. Not great. We're at 7. But we did rally Kenya.
Burr, 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 burr.
You walked in the Fuda section. Every section is the Fuda section.
Yeah, I did. Well, yeah, like you said, every section is.
Ooh, the Alpine. Everyone watching MF
New
Ghost
car.
is excited about that. I like how they give it fake names, but it's like a clearly real car.
You know exactly what it is.
Yeah. Like, oh no, what are we gonna call the what 2002? Or is that a 5 series? Which
Yeah.
little Celica GT. Rally was growing in popularity. Regulations were needed to better organize the events and enhance the competition. The biggest rally events at the time were united in a single championship, attracting manufacturers to display their stuff. Okay, or I can do so 1 rally, 2 stages, 68. I only got 7th, but I'll go back
Get a
later.
history lesson. It's like the Age of Empires of racing games,
It's so true. Le Montagne.
right? You can play as different cultures, just like in Age of Empires.
This is the French one. You got it. Age of Empires. I haven't played one of those games in forever. You played one
Yeah.
recently, didn't you, Stu?
What?
You an Age of Empires?
Yeah, I play Definitive Edition all the time.
Oh, this is Nico. I've been here in the fall. It's wonderful. This
Looks
is
just like it.
where Ieyasu Tokugawa is buried in Nico. The see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, like carving of monkeys, is in his gravesite. Just a little Japanese history lesson for everybody, I guess.
Reject monkey.
Don't reject monkey. Embrace monkey.
No.
Monkey smart. Monkey no evil bad.
A monkey has scat fetish.
Fetish or power?
Gross.
More like ammunition.
The thing about grabbing shit and throwing it is you still get it all over your hands.
Oh, we had a kid in high school. He was like the douchebag of our class, but was getting like picked on in the locker room. So in the morning we would have basketball practice, and then we would all go change and then go to class afterwards. And so the one of the assholes of our class started getting shoved around, probably because he was being an idiot, by one of the seniors, and he disappears into the bathroom, and they kick the door in, and when the door opens, he stands up, shits in his hand, and hurls it at the guy. And I'm like, you know what? What else are you doing? You got your pants down already. You're probably like mid turtle. Just busted the door in.
I got something for you.
Yeah, I mean, is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Like, sure. Here it comes. What a power move. Yeah. You're like, man, I was kind of hoping he would get like, roughed up a bit more because he's like kind of a dick. but also, I mean, props to him for thinking quick, I guess.
I thought this was going to be a little bit different. Shows up, flings poo at bullies, refuses to elaborate, leaves.
Yeah, you're like, oh, is this the story of when Blaine used monkey tactics against his high school bullies?
Would it be monkey or would it be guerrilla tactics?
Alright.
Warfare.
All right, I'm dipping.
All
I'm
right,
tired.
have fun.
All that talk
Later.
of poo
Crazy white
got
kid
them all hot
stories.
and bothered.
We had a black kid in my high school, and he did not play basketball though. Oh, I guess we had 3 actually. Now that I think about it, they're in other classes, so it's called adaptive warfare. You're correct. That is adaptive warfare. Do you ever have someone fight back against their bullies?
That was me.
You were
Let's
the
tell-
bully.
I was telling my son I was bullied and I was a bully.
Hmm.
I never started a fight with a kid I was picking on, though. It was more that I would just run my mouth at them.
That's
Someone
better.
would pick on me and I'd want to fight them. I had a
Yeah,
kid.
because it's like you're kind of opening it up, and I kind of want to do this anyway. So
So I was in orchestra in middle school. And so I had my
what did you play?
viola.
Viola. So my wife played it in the orchestra.
And I had my viola in the
Was it her
case,
sister?
and there was a kid who was picking on me. And he was following me, and we were going down the steps, or getting ready to go down the steps. And as I was starting to go down the steps, he kicked my instrument so that it tripped me up. Right? So it was right by my side. He kicked it so it swung in front of my legs, and I fell down the stairs, and I got right back up and just throwing hands.
Yeah.
And the one of the assistant principals was right there, saw the whole thing. And the other kid walked away with a black eye and suspension, and I didn't get a daggone thing.
Nice.
As it should be.
Principal was an older black guy, and he called my parents. He was talking to my mom. He's like, "Yeah, well, I mean, I saw it go down. He came back up the stairs and just started wailing on the guy." And I was like, "I wouldn't have done anything different."
Yeah.
Nice.
You're like, sometimes the world, punishes itself. We're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything like that. The only thing I have that's close to that is my cousins used to roughhouse with me. Like, we would be wrestling, and like they'd end up like picking me up and throwing me around, choking me out, that kind of stuff. And then my oldest cousin got as like a if you don't sign off on a waiver to let me have a tattoo and a piercing now, I'm gonna get covered head to toe when I turn 18. And his parents fell for it, and so he got an earring, and that was the first time I won a fight against him, because he got me, and I just reached back and grabbed it and just started squeezing and twisting, and he was like, "God, God, God," and then like started asking, like shouting at my dad. He's like, "Uncle, he just stop it," and he's like, "You did this. You guys always fight. He always loses, and now you've got a weakness." It's like,
exploit the weakness.
Nice.
Was
Yeah,
it
it's
shining
like,
like in a boss fight?
oh, dude, it was blinking red when I saw it. Could have been the
Boss
blood,
fight.
but I.
You had to time the moves. Press X now. Press square.
Yeah, like a.
Press circle. Did it like God of War.
Yep, that's the one. Power moves now? No, that was a momentary win. He was. I wasn't always this hulking brand of Pacific Northwest Sigma male. I used to be quite the weakling, quite the tiny child, and I got mine after that.
Yeah.
But at least I got that memory.
No, Alex, I would like to be the. I mean, I am kind of the father who's like, hey, you got to protect yourself. But at the same time, it's just like, you can't get in the fights anymore. I think that's a big problem. I think especially boys need to fight a little bit. A lot of kids I got into fights with growing up, I was friends with them afterwards. So you get that
Oh, yeah.
aggression out. You get I guess maybe there's some sort of respect there. You just want to get along at that point.
Thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, there is like one reason to get into a fight at this age, and that's someone is threatening your life. Sure.
Oh yeah.
But like
Yeah.
at this point, no, I feel my knees just doing squats this morning. I'm like, oh, I don't know about these anymore.
I mean, I've gotten into fights as an adult, but it hasn't been since, geez, the last fight I got into was with my roommate in Iraq. So that was almost 20 years ago.
We used to roll at the gun shop because we had mats in the back. But it wasn't like I was fighting with somebody, you know? You're just like, I don't know. Jiu-jitsu just doesn't feel like fighting, even though you are. It just feels like you're trading hugs.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just the way we did it at the gun shop, though.
To me, it's just like there's too much to lose. Even if you win the fight, if you hurt the person too bad, or if they wanted to be a jackass and sue you, like you've got too much to lose.
Oh, totally.
This checks out.
Yep.
Tiny truck.
Perfectly balanced for rally.
Yep. Put a 200-pound weight in the back. Must be different for girls. Oh, I would kind of hope so. It'd be weird if it was the same for girls.
I don't think are girls actually friends with other girls? That's
It's a myth.
yeah. Like I still am kind of the theory that when one woman compliments another woman's shoes, it's really like a hey, who the fuck are you?
I think they can. Whoa. This thing is squirrely.
I
Try
knew
to
you
move
weren't
the
ready
boulder
for
out of the
this.
way.
You're not even ready for the cars that are made for it.
It's like an immediate, you turn and it goes, and then it just sort of like, if you bump the thumbstick as you're on the straight, you cannot straighten it out. But once you get that...
IJP Mexican is like, wait, Peter Venkman fan site isn't some guy named Peter?
No.
Got to read the name carefully and how she speaks.
Believe it or not, I have had a consistent female viewer. As much as we scare off Squeaka and Sparkles pops in and it's like, this ain't anime, makes fun of us and leaves. Fan site's always there.
Ready
Face
to
palming and
Yep. I
yep.
was gonna say.
I've
Face
got a
palming at an
consistent-
instant.
I got a consistent lady viewer now. I've
Oh,
had them before, but
The wife.
I wonder how Paru's doing.
they don't always stick around.
I hope she's alive.
Oh yeah, Paro. Yeah, yeah.
She's in Ukraine.
Ukraine. Yeah.
Face palms and funny hatred. Yep. And also yelling at me for not using an ad blocker.
Oh, this is gonna be a bad turn.
Oof.
I already could see it's like Blaine's coming in too hot.
Get
Those
the
are singles
four-wheel drive
Back
going.
end.
There's no such thing as too hot in a rally.
Yeah.
There's either perfect or ditches. Jeebles! One turn, please. Thank you. You lost your only female viewer since your GF's English ain't great and she doesn't know much about video games. How's her Spanish? Maybe you should change your theming.
Would that work, Serranos?
Oh, Jeebles. Is he watching the Moon movie?
He's probably watching those Telemundo soap operas right now.
On Channel Ocho.
The Ocho.
Jeebles, this is rough. Jeebles. He's on a quest to get his switch case handle back. Dude, he's not getting that back. Between Delta and SeaTac, that thing is gone.
Wait, what happened?
He, on the flight, his handle for his switch case disappeared. You ain't making videos in Spanish, then I would have 100% female because only she would watch.
Well, her and Serranos, but that's still 100% female.
Ooh.
Oh, and he's not here to fight it.
Speaking of IJP, he released a really cool video this morning.
Oh, what does he got?
It was a 2-hour review of God of War, the original one on PS2.
Oh, that's why he's playing 2 now.
Yep.
Oh, and
Is
you
it-
were thinking about what those things were where you push the button at the right time? QuickTime events. Because I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about it too, what it was.
QTEs. They
Yeah.
used to be the bane of gaming.
Yep. Everybody would do it.
Now you're like, can I have QTEs and you can take these microtransactions back?
Look,
Wow.
I'm not saying that Serranos is Mexican. I'm just saying that if Trump gets back in office, he's going to be a little nervous.
He speaks Spanish. I've heard him say quesadilla, fajita, horchata. He hates the way I say horchata.
Horchata!
I can't say horchata. Like, what am I like? That sounds wrong. When I go to Taquero El Reconcido, I see the horchata machine. I'm like, I hate horchata.
Who
Why would you
introduced
do
you
this?
to horchata?
Taquero Reconcido.
Like, but did somebody like recommend it to you?
No, we were just there, and it looked like chocolate milk, and I love chocolate milk. And the guy
is
behind the
good.
counter, I was like, "Is that chocolate?" And
more
the
like
guy was
cinnamon.
like, "See," and I was like, "Okay, I'll get that." And I did not know it had cinnamon in it, and I was like, "This is the grossest thing I've ever had in my
What?
life."
You didn't like it?
You don't like
I
cinnamon?
hated it.
Horchata. A buddy of mine, he was married to a girl from Colombia, and
Pre
they've
or
got a
post
kid,
wall.
and his son and my son are good buddies too. And but we went out after a softball game to go to the Mexican restaurant, and he ordered this horchata, as that's what you're supposed to say, Blaine. You're supposed to say horchata.
Yeah.
Yeah. He and I didn't pick up on it because I didn't know, and it comes out. I was like, dude, did you get chocolate milk? He goes, no, this is horchata. And I was like, what? And he told me, I was like, I'm getting one. And my wife's with me. She's like, you just got done playing 4 games of softball. You're gonna throw up. I was like, don't care. I did have a
Oh.
stomach ache.
This is
But
my
it was good.
favorite kind of video, IJP. It's 2 hours 44 minutes retrospective and review of an
This project
original.
became significantly larger
God
than
of
what I
War.
had expected. Reason being is that I simply found it very easy to keep writing because
Oh, back when he was cool.
Well, I obviously have a lot to say about this game. I
Pre-cuck.
understand that not everybody will appreciate such a long video. So if I had to recommend
What do you mean not everyone? Everyone appreciates it. Don't downplay you. I love these things. I just finished one that was like 5 hours on Majora's Mask. I was like, yes. Give me more of that. I love these things. I'm saving that for later.
Yeah, it was really good.
250 views. You need more views. How do you get more views? Am I referenced? Who are you, chatter? They love cinnamon and candy with scorpions in them. It's true. Or the chili powder lollipops. I think that might be the strangest thing on the planet.
Oof.
It's like a Tootsie Roll or a Tootsie Pop or like a Blow Pop, but instead of gum or chocolate inside, it's just a pack of chili powder.
That was
And
like
you're
when
like,
my mom
Oof.
put chili powder in the no, she put cayenne pepper in the apple pie for Thanksgiving.
On purpose?
Yes.
Oh. What'd you
Didn't
do?
tell anybody. And then coincidentally, everybody had one slice and that was it.
That actually might be okay.
My dad apparently liked it, so she just assumed everybody would like it. Didn't
Yeah.
tell anybody. And I
But-
told her, I was like, you need to be careful when you do stuff like that, because some people might be allergic to something because it happens.
Right. We made one for, we had like a church leadership lunch, so we made a dessert. And it was, you mix vanilla pudding, but instead of milk or whatever the vanilla pudding asked for, you use eggnog.
Horchata.
And it was so good. I had a little sample, even though I'm avoiding sugar right now. I was just like, I gotta try this. This looks too good.
Oof.
Dang
Yeah,
it!
That would thicken her up real good, I'm sure.
You know, this after
Yeah.
this beating,
And you put it in a pie.
this tiny truck needs to be in a Chevy commercial.
Needs to be
like a
pulling a
rock.
food trailer.
Is there a Chevy commercial that beats up the vehicles? All I've seen is like the Three Weird Uncles Chevy commercial this year.
No, I'm talking about like the old ones where they had the Like a Rock was their
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's weird how like just those words, they can just trigger a memory. And they would like drop a rock in the bed and it would bounce
The
around.
whole song playing too.
It was back when marketing people actually cared about marketing and not virtue signaling.
Oh man, imagine that. Show me your product being cool and I want to buy it. People just
Yeah.
they don't understand it anymore.
Make money?
All families and commercials have to be mixed race now.
I don't understand sometimes. Like we watched the did you see the Burger King was it McDonald's or Burger King? The trans ad where the lady was like
Is that the one with the chick that's got the elf looking ears or something like that on it?
no, that's the one where I forget which way it's going, but they're like me and McDonald's have a special message. No one will love us trans people until we love ourselves. Trans people, stop killing yourselves. It was like, what? You want me to buy
No,
a burger? What is this?
Oh my goodness.
Cringe.
Because this was, it was McDonald's. Because it was the same exact time that the Japanese McDonald's ad was like the wholesome family that's like, we're enjoying McDonald's and it's cute. And then the American
Japanese marketing's
McDonald's-
like, we got to get ahead of this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the U.S. one was this like angry black trans person.
Full send.
Should have been Burger King. Then they could have said, have it your way.
Burger King's too misogynist
Perfect.
for them.
Yeah, it'd be Burger Queen, QW,
Burger,
EEN,
burger they.
Burger them.
Yeah.
Wait, what about Lady King? Isn't that a thing now? They made a whole movie
Slay-
about it, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
Woman King.
Yeah, Woman King, not Lady King. She was no lady. Japanese marketing. What if we just show people enjoying our food?
Yeah.
American marketing.
Yeah.
What if I shout at
marketing,
people to stop
normalize
killing
being
themselves?
normal. We have to work at this because if you've seen our cartoons, you know that they're not normal.
unless it's slice of life, in which case it's perfectly fine.
Tara Jones, founder of Trans.
This
I don't think slice of. It's normal to watch things like slice of life.
Yep.
Just go out and enjoy life.
Do you
It's
not
like my
enjoy your
kids watching
entertainment?
video.
Whoa, man!
Oh my
Oof.
goodness, what's going
I
on?
think the stream's gonna die
Woof.
here.
I'm Amara Jones, founder of Translash Media. In this Black Lives Matter moment, Black trans women have a very simple message: stop killing us. We can't expect others to care about us more than we care about ourselves. We're all free, or none of us is.
None of us is. Oh, I remember hearing that. I didn't see it on.
McDonald's.
Be all free.
JP, JP.
BLM with burgers. Rock hard. Yeah, you're paralyzed with fear. None of us is.
Oh, okay, it makes sense now. It was imitating one of those McNuggets.
Oh.
That's what her head looked like a big McNugget.
I
That was
have.
Grimace, actually.
Nice, Bob.
Oh, I don't need to fix anything. Interesting. I would have thought that I would need to. Cleaning the car will reduce drag. Thank you. I guess I'm not driving hard enough because nothing really needed replacing, so. Fix that.
Except for all of it.
I said to
your own
clean
It
it.
says as he runs through signs.
Yeah, it's an all new
Is it-
me. Oh, Jeebles. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Unlike that guy, I'm a non-surgical woman. I mean, as long as you weren't crafted. Oh, does anybody ever see the Sitch and Adam responded to their comments from their
Here we
Matt
go.
Walsh video?
Oh,
Can't
tiny
say that I
truck
have.
on tiny truck crime.
It was just a kiss. You know, like when you walk past your wife in the kitchen and you give her a spank? It's like that.
It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss.
Anyway. I
Yeah,
got
that
excited
truck's
when I
calling a
saw
cab right now.
they posted because I was like, oh, they're gonna like address the claims or anything like that. And like the whole time was spent saying like it's not eugenics unless a third party's like imposing the rules. And it's like I don't know.
Wait, what did they say?
So they watched a Matt Walsh video where Matt Walsh was saying that it was terrible and wrong that a Fox News radio host who and his gay husband are doing a surrogacy. So it's a
Oh
ton
yeah,
of money.
no. He's not Fox News. He's a Blaze guy. Yeah,
That's a
I'm
Blaze
definitely
guy.
on the bandwagon that's child trafficking.
Yeah, so they're doing that in like surrogacy, right? And then they released a video where like, because they're both like very liberal left-wing thinking. So like their entire video goal, I think, was just to like make fun of Matt Walsh for being anti-gay parents. Which I mean, I hate Matt Walsh too. We can all
Yeah.
make fun of Matt Walsh for plenty of reasons. But the chat while the video was going was like, this feels wrong. This feels like a thing you shouldn't do. Feels like eugenics because they're like picking like perfect wife. This feels like ooh, nice, clean.
Well, I mean, what they said they had to, I think 3 or 4 didn't match what they wanted, and so they 3 or 4 of the embryos or whatever.
Oh, the embryos? Oh, that's getting
And
weirder.
so they
'Cause I
discarded
thought they
them
just shopped for the wife.
after. Well, I think this was after. I don't
mom.
know. I don't know all the details because I don't try to get into it because I don't
Oh, they
agree
do
with
like they do multiple embryos and they do gene testing to see if any of them have a flaw. Ooh, see that starts feeling like even worse than just me thinking you just shouldn't do this.
Starting to get into Brave New Worlds territory.
That is eugenics right there. when
Stunning
you're
and
starting to
Brave New
pick
World,
Pick it
excuse
at
me.
the embryo level.
Yeah, I don't think anybody knew about that. Because their argument was that it wasn't eugenics because they were just picking the wife or the egg donor as like the best egg donor they could find, and that when an individual picks like the perfect mate to like create a child with, that's not eugenics. Eugenics is when like a third party like tells somebody what to do. But I don't know, that makes it sound even worse now. Basically Gattaca.
I watched everyone's favorite YouTuber, The Quartering, talk about it, and there was that one YouTuber. Is it Shane Dawson? Is that how I'm saying that correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I guess him, like the fact that they're using that for like social media clout is like truly disgusting too.
Yeah, Shane Dawson's pretty awful.
Oh, you want to get the base side of Christian Twitter up in arms? That's a big one to get up to open that can of worms. They come out of the woodwork on that one. And they're like,
Just for surrogacy or
surrogacy.
for Shane Dawson? Because that would be weird.
Varying levels, but to some extent, surrogacy. Period. Because if you're not able to have kids, there's plenty of kids for you to adopt.
That was my argument.
That are already out there. And there's kids getting ready, and if you want to start from the beginning like an infant, there are people out there who are getting ready to give their kids up for adoption before they're even born. Then you can go through those programs too. But we don't, and so the premise is a kid needs a stable household with a mother and a father. Ideal situation. And you can't have that with two dads.
Yeah.
No matter
Yeah,
how
but
effeminate one is.
The counter of, well, two dads is better than one mom is like, okay, that doesn't really matter. We should be thinking about what's best.
Yeah. And then they said, and the funny thing is, it's like that's more a Handmaid's Tale or whatever than anything that the left tries to peg onto the anti-abortion crowd.
Right. And I mean, it's different too if like one of them just went off and knocked someone up and then took care of the kid.
Yeah.
Because then it's just them doing this and it's not involving all of these other people. I think involving other people is where you start to get into this really, like if you're having a woman donate her eggs and then they're getting fertilized and then you're picking and throwing out these fertilized eggs and you're not doing it. You're just saying, oh, these numbers look better. Doctor, I want this one. And the doctor's like tossing the others in the dump. And it's like, I don't know. It just feels so icky to bring someone else into all of that.
Yeah. That's why I like Shane Gillis' stand-up on having Down syndrome family members.
Oh, gosh. I love Shane Gillis.
It's hilarious.
So funny.
I love how he's like, it almost got me, too, because if you look at me.
I dodged it.
Well, did you see the story that he told Joe Rogan? That he was at a SEC college football game. He was tailgating right next to the disabled section, and he was drunk, so he was just like blackout drunk, so he was just had that just slack-jawed stare.
Oh yeah.
And he walked into the disabled, and he checked out. Nobody questioned that.
No, not a single person.
That's awesome.
I love his whole routine about the
Uncle Danny.
Well, yeah, Uncle Danny's
The
great.
grilled cheese sandwiches.
Making his grilled cheese at night, hoping Dad doesn't wake up. His face when he looks up is so perfect. But the
I'm
one where he
not
goes
making
to
them at
George
night,
Washington's. I'm making them at night. No, when he goes to George Washington's house, and he's like, "I'm the only one there. They think this is my Make-A-Wish." Like, all right, guys. You know, he's kind of a big guy. Obviously, he's good enough to drive, but like, let's really make it special for him. And like, no one breaks character the entire time. And he goes down to the slave quarters, and he's like, "Ugh, this is okay." And then a time
yeah.
correct slave shows up. Why, hello, sir. Where are you from? No, dude, no, not. Uncle Danny is.
But then the actor thought that he had Down syndrome and felt sorry for him.
He's just like, I gotta make sure that he's good. That's so funny. Or his favorite Trump speech is another good one.
His Trump impression is.
We got Al Baghdadi. These dogs, beautiful dogs. Yeah, his Trump is
impression
gold.
Is about as close as anybody's done it. He sounds just like him. It's going to be interesting watching this presidential election because of this.
Because of this? Because of this race? Does the
It all
election
comes down to the race.
the election hinge on my race? Are we voting in primaries yet? Does that happen? Is it just like official Trump now, or are
What
we
is
still?
it? 24. Are we even having primaries this time around?
Yeah,
Feels
we
like it feels
someone's gotta
like
vote
we're not.
against-
Everybody's just talking,
Well, yeah, we had the last.
except for Biden. Biden isn't saying anything anymore.
No,
He
the
doesn't know how.
Democrats are not doing a primary, but like we've had all of our debates.
Don't forget to send up
Vivek.
some ballots, guys.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Thanks, buddy.
Vivek is killing the game right now. Is he? Is Vivek killing the game by not getting enough votes to become a presidential candidate and saying that Trump is the best candidate? So why would we vote for Vivek when we can vote for Trump?
Yeah, Vivek's slimy. And
I
not
just-
in the
I just don't know
charming
what he's
way
there
that-
for.
He's not slimy in the charming way that Trump is.
You know, charming slime.
Could just be there to divide votes too. You never know.
No, I mean he's polling at like 4%. Like he's not really
Oh, man, that's like
dividing
Chris
many
Christie
votes.
numbers, isn't he?
I think he is beating Christie.
He definitely did when he told him off.
Oh, my favorite still. I can't believe no one else has commented about this on their like debate reviews, but that last debate when Chris Christie was like, "I know a thing or two about bullying myself." It's like, I bet you do, Chubby. Like, what?
He's widely regarded.
As an expert on
Very
bullying.
well-rounded candidate.
Alex got 2 ballots, one from New Jersey, in the mail back in 2020.
That's hilarious.
There you go.
Vivek better than Vivek? He destroys the candidates every time. I mean, that's not what the polls say, but sure. Unfortunately, I liked Guy's words isn't exactly how you win a candidacy, so
Yeah.
he could be the greatest and still get eaten. Iowa's in a few weeks, but it doesn't matter.
I like the whole, Hindu, Christianity, it's basically the same. And I'm sitting there going,
No. What?
Oh.
your brother's in the faith. No.
Brothers in what?
No, we're not.
Yeah.
62% Trump. Look at that.
DeSantis, my boy.
That's your boy, is DeSantis?
No, I like DeSantis. I think he'd do a good job, but
Christie, yeah. See, Christie's at 3, Ramaswam's at 4. Christie's beating him in NH. You were what? Okay. Well, when New Hampshire elects the next president of the United States, we'll worry about that later.
It's not even a real state.
Why isn't it just like Vermont 2 or like East Vermont?
That place, that state next to Vermont. The state that always throws me off because I can't tell which one's Vermont and which one's New Hampshire.
I believe you could figure it out. You can use your big brain math skills.
No.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna have to call it a night, gents.
It's
Done.
not our conflict, Alex. Somebody else's.
Hour? Yeah. All right, Pop. What do you got in the morning?
Hey.
Golden-
Yep, you're saying it. Golden Sun. Playing
Nice.
some more of that. And then don't forget to tune in to Sunday Anime Chat, where I look at some more cooking and anime shows about cooking and food. Should be a good time.
Those have been fun.
Does
I've
it
had
at
to
least
catch 'em on
look
the after,
tasty?
but-
Oh, Japanese food and anime shows, they always
yeah.
make it look
Yeah, I know,
supreme.
I'm always hungry.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing. So it was fun hanging out with you, AC, on Blaine Stream. You too, Stu.
Yeah, man.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure, Pops.
And as always, thanks for having me on, Blaine.
Of course, Pops.
And I will see everybody in the chat. Hopefully come on by. Until then, I am out.
Every time he says that, I start thinking like his outro music is gonna play because he has the same out. All right, where's that's the upcoming, that's trades. Here we go, Bento. Let's skip up to turn that off.
That almost
Where-
looked like BattleTech Mecca right there.
Oh yeah, he loves his space battleship, the ones that became BattleTech.
Big stompy robots.
Nice. Give me some more pixels. Auto 144. Give me that 7.2. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful anime.
That's
You wanna
usually,
see?
that's not it. When they do the noodle, whatever noodle dishes they come up with, those are the ones that always get me.
Some of the ramen bowls and stuff.
Yeah.
I love when when like the anime looks like this, but then the food looks amazing, and you're like, oh man, I see all the mouth and
That's
nose
great.
budget went into making these noodles.
They know what's important.
Yeah,
Look,
they do.
The people can look like crap, nobody cares. But if the food looks like crap, nobody's watching.
And if the food looks amazing, you're thinking about it the whole time.
That's like me watching Naruto, and I'm sitting there going, "Man, I wish we had a ramen shop around here or something like that." I was
Man,
like,
you
"All
would
I
on this
got is
coast.
the Maruchan crap that you just buy at the store for $1."
You can judge it up a little bit. Jeez, that was some air. I
Very
think
Dukes
this
of Hazardous review right there.
I think this game plays pretty well with the front wheel drive. The rear wheel drive just felt
Just a
sorta
good old
weird.
boys. Ain't no meaning, no harm.
Oh, you should have used that striped car in Kenya.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. Or I'll just wait until I unlock an all-wheel drive and then just dominate everything. That's the real rules.
Here we go.
Goodbye.
Send it. Nice.
Nice,
Goodbye,
nice.
muffler. Oh man, I saw this this beige Volkswagen GTI from like the 80s when I was in Texas, and it was sitting in a parking lot. I was like, I can hear that car. Like I grew up in a diesel Rabbit and then a gasoline Rabbit. Those were like our first two cars when I was conscious of like what we were driving. And I remember being in that gas Rabbit going over a pothole and losing the entire muffler system, just getting yanked out after the cat. And that
Yeah, I
thing
remember-
sounded so cool for the next, like, I don't know, month before we fixed it. It's like, yeah, let's take this car. I need to play Fortnite. They have car racing? What?
I wish that game would just be the game that they intended it to be when they built it, and not what it became.
The Horde mode zombie shooter one?
Yes.
That's what I played at PAX years ago. And I was like, this is a fun game.
Yeah, they have like a whole Lego side now, which has me really intrigued. Like almost Minecraft, but with Legos.
Minecraft, but Legos?
I mean, it seems like a natural
Yeah,
connection.
It's like the survival craft genre, I guess you can call it. But it's in the
Oh, it's like
Fortnite
Rush.
map. Yeah, with Lego assets. So your character, the world itself has Lego stuff. You can build like Lego house. You can build. I don't know how much you can build, but you can build like Lego houses and villages and stuff. And
It is dope.
there's
apparently.
NPCs. Yeah, it's got me intrigued. I might look into it because it's free to play, which is pretty funny.
They released
But they
the
get you with the
original
skins.
game in a Lego format. Okay, I might actually play that then.
Is
That took
Fortnite
them
still technically in beta? I mean, isn't it still a finished product?
Yeah, I think it was technically full release like 5 years ago.
That's the weirdest thing. I mean, it's part of the cool thing about being able to play games while they're still being developed. But then I wonder if we're getting to the point where, a lot of these games come out and they never get finished because they're like, yeah, it's successful enough as it is.
Or it does get finished, but they just never bring it out of early access, right? Like The Forest, I think is still early access, but we have a
Project
sequel,
Zomboid.
Sons of the Forest. So like they're not
Oh
updating
yeah,
the
they got the
Forest.
sequel out. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, well, I mean, it was a perfectly serviceable game, but because they just kept adding stuff, they just kept it on the Steam's early access. And I wonder if that just has something to do with, like, does Steam charge you differently once your game is complete to release updates? So if you're early access, that ends up being cheaper for you? I actually don't know.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to know.
You remember playing it when there were no
Serranos?
plants in the game?
Do you get any inside information on that for having 900 games?
No, Alex Moore. The people have an AI that moves them out of the way instantaneously. So it's pretty funny. If I do slide through a crowd, the crowd just goes dook, and there's just an opening between them.
Look, I know that Star Trek tried to humanize them, but the people on the holodeck weren't real.
It's true. They are just block people here.
I mean, I'm not insensitive enough to call them that, but
Look at these blockheads.
You're not sensitive enough.
It's just like Gumby.
that's exactly what I was thinking about.
I mean, you and me and anyone older than us.
Mornings
kid
getting
doesn't even
ready
know
for
what Gumby
preschool
is.
in kindergarten. If I got up early enough, my
No.
mom would let me watch Gumby.
Gumball? You mean Gumball, the cartoon? No, I mean Gumby, the green guy. Everybody loves Gumby. Wow, you called them blockheads. I did, and I referenced Gumby at the same time.
So good. I like how it cut away so you still had vision on your car. I like the
Yeah,
way
you
they
can.
did that.
That is a setting you can turn off, and I'm like, who would do that? Yeah, let me make it so I can't see my car anymore. That's my favorite part of a game.
That they need to fix in Project Zomboid too, since I've been playing it.
Oh, they don't have a see-through for
They
obstacle?
do, but it doesn't follow line of sight very well. Like it does to a degree, but
Oh, I gotta slow down for these
I mean,
crests.
I like the game. I've been playing it with my buddy. That's why I've kind of been MIA on this show.
You said you got a server going with enough tweaks that you like it. You have enough control when you make a server that it really feels better as a game, or is it?
Yeah, like it's a little bit more realistic, right?
Like you're
if
just
the whole
tweaking like
town's
ammo
a bunch of
drops, or
zombies. There's probably plenty of, mechanical loot hanging around for you to scavenge, it shouldn't be that difficult to find a wrench
Right.
or a screwdriver or something like that.
I do play golf. I play lots of golf. I'm a member at Top Golf.
Since you guys are talking about the blocky figures in the game, I got my classmate of mine recommended this game called Ravenfield. It's an FPS, but it uses like the really cheap looking like character models to like put more into the game's like engine into the.
Did Serranos tell you about that one?
I
Because he
feel
told
like
me
I've
about
seen
that
that
one.
game.
You would have seen it because a lot of streamers have used it just for, or YouTubers have used it for like B-roll. It looks a lot of fun. It reminds me of like when I used to play Roblox FPS games. That's what it looks a lot like. So,
Roblox FPS?
dude, they were before like Steam was like big with all these other games, like those indie FPS games. Like Roblox FPS games, where it was at.
How good is Lethal Company?
Not.
I haven't tried it, but I think Serrano.
So I see Serrano's playing it a ton,
I hate
and
it.
I've seen a lot of people playing that. I mean, it's been out a little over a month, and it's overwhelmingly positive.
It's awful.
Huh?
It's awful.
Oh.
I returned it. I don't return games usually, but I
Wow.
returned it on Steam.
Oh wow.
I can't see anything in that game.
And it's only $10. I mean, it wasn't like
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Turning
the
a
thing, it's like,
$10
yeah,
game.
it was $10. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't even worth $10.
No. I wanted my time back from the stream I played it on.
Oof.
Here, I can just pull it up. Have you seen gameplay of it?
I've kind of seen it. It looks almost like a first-person Among Us.
No, not even close.
I could be
It-
wrong though.
It is
Like Blaine was when he bought it.
Run around factories and pick up stuff and then bring it back to your ship. And that's the entire game. And then
You said
there's like
Ravenfield?
monsters.
What was the game? Angry?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Ravenfield. All one word.
It had me thinking
you'll
about
see-
Half-Life 2 with Ravenholm. We don't go there anymore.
Did I play that on waifu? Yeah, Ravenholm we don't do.
I bought it when it was on sale, so it might not be on sale anymore. But it looks like a lot of fun. I think there's like you could play with bots too, which is kind of cool. So you can have like
Is this kind of like the original Battlefield style where you can be first person or that you can switch between the
Maybe.
different soldiers?
yes, because it's similar to Battlefield with the different classes and stuff. At least that's what I've seen.
Well, that like
But
Battlefield back in like the original Xbox games, you would have everybody you would have all the bots on the field, and you could switch in game from one to the next.
oh, I see what you're talking about. No, I don't know about that. Like you're jumping from bot to bot. Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying? I don't know about that. I know it's supposed to be like Battlefield, but like more simplified.
Oh, I love
And-
Battlefield. I love what Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 were, to me,
Those are great. Yeah, I remember those.
absolutely destroys anything Call of Duty ever came out with.
What's this game called again?
Ravenfield.
There's a multiplayer mod.
Yeah, there's mods. So like, there's a really cool mod where it changes the guns to Nerf guns, and they look like the real Nerf guns. Like, I'm talking the Nerf guns from like the 2000s. I think it would be that era, and they all have like Nerf bullets too. So you shoot like Nerf bullets at each other. It looks like a lot of fun.
So it's a single player game that you play multiplayer with against a computer.
No, you can play online with
Okay.
people. Yeah, there's online.
Okay, because when I'm looking at FPS War single player shooter military, it doesn't have multiplayer listed.
Oh my goodness. I hope it does because I bought it to play with my buddy. He said, "Yeah, we got to play it together."
But the multiplayer
So-
looks like it's a mod.
Oh, okay. Then that's
yeah,
probably
like
what
if you
it
search
is
it
then.
on Steam, the second hit is a multiplayer mod.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, my bad. I haven't even had a chance to launch it yet. But yeah. Better
Yeah, it
download
looks
the
kind of
mod
like a
then.
Cold War era, like just post World War II era kind of, but before the Jet Age type little. I mean, it looks kind
Yeah.
of cool. I'd play it. I'd have to get my Xbox controller because I can't play FPSs with a keyboard and mouse. I'm too dumb.
Yeah, the way he pitched it to me was like, if you like the old school Roblox FPS games, then like I would like this game. So I'm gonna give it a shot and let you guys know.
I'm too old to have played Roblox.
I'm so old in like that position where I didn't play Roblox and none of my nieces and nephews play Roblox.
I don't let my son play Roblox. There's too much other stuff. Like you could go anywhere in that game and come and run across some real weirdos. So I'm like, no.
Like VR chat weirdos? How weird are they?
Yeah, I guess.
I've never played because it always just looked like discount
Well,
Legos.
It's like so. Like you have different servers that have completely different games. Like one might have, like a FPS Battlefield type game, like what Angry was describing. And the next thing you're in a sled going down a hill game, like a slalom or something like that. Like it's just weird in that aspect. There's just a lot going on, and there's just, I mean, it's ripe for a lot of kids to run into bad actors, and it's too hard. If something comes across to me like it's too hard to police and watch over,
Just don't
my
bother.
kid, he's just not gonna be able to play it.
Green tea hits different with a splash of milk. Huh.
That's not horchata.
Yeah, definitely not. Not horchata.
Sadly it's not the same game anymore. It used to be, I think in my opinion, a lot safer back in the day, but now, yeah, like you said, there's a lot of weird stuff going on there.
Yeah. Like he's allowed to play it. Like if because we've got there's a lot of kids. We've got a circle of friends, and he's one of the younger kids. If one of the older kids is playing it, and we trust them, that as long as he's tagging along with him, he can play it. Because we know that we know that the other kid is smart enough and responsible enough that he's going to avoid the places he's not supposed to.
He's not going to end up in the Roblox.
Go, yeah,
strip
where
club.
somebody's
cool.
being weird,
That's cool.
he'll get out of Dodge, but not on his own. And it sucks trying to describe that to a kid that you grow up in this household, everybody loves you, you go to church, Jesus loves you, and everybody's
The
nice.
community loves you.
The community loves you. All you're surrounded by friends and family all the time,
And to
and
explain that not everybody in the world does.
exactly, there actually are people who do things that you would consider incredibly evil and wrong, and try to do it some overtly and some in more insidious ways.
Yeah. And just for their own fun.
Yeah. He downloaded something to get on his computer with to turn his mouse pointer into Pikachu.
Yeah.
And I said, "Whoa!" I said, "You don't download anything on that computer without asking me." I was like, "Because you don't know what you're downloading. Could be a file, could have exactly what you want on it, could have what you want on it, and a bunch of other stuff.
Could be a PDF.
PDF file."
Yeah, PDF files actually can activate a lot of code in your computer. So if you open a PDF, you can actually have some pretty bad shit open up. But it's like, it's just a PDF. What do you mean? I just need to read a document. It's like, nope. There's a lot of data in PDFs that you don't see. And also the PDF files. Yes, that also bad.
The PDF files.
Does he need a Pikachu mouse pointer still, or did you get
No,
that
he
solved?
got it. It seems. I mean, hopefully, there's not anything else on it, but now he's got it. So I was so pleased with it. I hated coming down on him, but like, you've got to ask. You got to ask. It's like, because it's like you're smart and you know how to get something if you want it to go out and find it, but you're not smart enough or savvy enough, or I guess the real discerning and wise enough to really look through something and be like, this looks really sketch.
Yeah, you always
Instead of-
feel like a computer hacking genius up until your entire computer says, all of your data is ours. Send us Bitcoin.
Yeah.
All your bases belong to me.
Yeah.
Oh man, LimeWire and Kazaa seems so easy.
Oh, and that doesn't, yeah, and it doesn't change, because like those lessons need to be taught forever. We had a guy literally at the gun shop download a file out of an email that straight up ransomwared our entire like range computer system.
Oh wow.
I was like, we have enough backup and stuff that we literally just like cut it off, burned it, and brought in the refresh. But yeah, it was like, you're 30. What are you doing?
You think the criminal industry is going to get to a point where they're kind of like they're like we are as a regular law-abiding society, where it's just like, yeah, we just don't have anybody who knows how to be a plumber anymore. It's just like, yeah, we don't have any criminals who know how to be regular criminals who go out and just mug people. They only know
Nah.
how to do online crime.
Hit with rock will be forever the oldest crime. I think that's genetic at this point. All our criminals are AI now.
Nice.
All right, well, I'm gonna head off now.
All right.
But, it was good being back on here.
Yeah, it's good to chat with you.
I like hanging out
Voice
with
to
you and your
voice
chat.
again.
Even though I said yesterday that my chat is better, and I mean,
If you didn't think your chat was better, that would be like thinking your own kids weren't better, right? Like you have to, even though yours are licking windows and mine are gonna get PhDs.
sure, but I also think my chat's better.
Awesome.
What's your channel? I don't know if I've subscribed to you yet.
Oh,
it's-
flawed man of God.
Blood Man of God, read.
Oh, maybe I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, you'll subscribe to him and you ring that notification bell, and then he'll have like one stream one week and then 7 the next, and you're like, wow, where's my consistency? And then
Says
now,
the
what did you
man
say?
who
You're on a
took 6
2-week
months off
hiatus?
to go to Japan.
4 months off, actually.
It gets longer. It's like a good fish story. It gets longer every time you tell it.
Yeah. I have some of those too.
What time do you normally stream?
It's I normally the 8:30 Eastern time.
That's nighttime.
Yeah, 8:30 in the evening. It's
Okay.
very, very low budget. Very, because I have a whole real job and family and everything and commitments. So this is always, something I enjoy doing. I love to do it, but all those commitments come first.
See, look at that. That's
Right,
the real
of
secret
course.
right there. Stu's chat was good when my chat was in it.
know. It took me forever to clean up all of his mess.
IJP here.
It was like the monkey coming in there and throwing poo, or the
The high schooler
The high schooler.
defending himself in the bathroom.
Jimmy Deere comes in and he's like the really he's like the hobo who comes into the church, and you're like, all right, how do I deal with this guy? Because he could be mentally ill. He definitely smells bad.
But he really needs Jesus. Like,
Yeah, but he needs Jesus really bad. We should all love on him, but hey, he really smells. He's really.
Ride the ridge, yes. All right, and I've got my melatonin in, so we're not long for this stream at this point.
All right.
So don't feel like you're missing out, Grandpa.
Anyway, guys, like I said, I'm taking off for 2 weeks, but next week we will be doing a watch party for It's a Wonderful Life sometime Thursday or Friday evening. I've never
Thursday.
done a
You've never done a watch party?
watch party. I was just reading what
Are
Jim
you
here
gonna
wrote
do it
about.
in Discord or Twitch?
At ever anything.
No.
Oh, I was gonna do it over YouTube.
YouTube. I don't know if they really like watch parties.
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, YouTube usually has their content ID system that'll like shut down streams that it thinks are just watching stuff. But on like any other of the major streamers, like Twitch, you can do if you have your Amazon Prime account attached to your Twitch account, you can just watch a video on Amazon Prime, and then anyone who has Amazon Prime in your audience can watch the video as well.
Yeah, I knew that's how Nick did it. Chaco, who brought the
Chaco
idea
Taco.
to me, that It's a Wonderful Life's in the public domain, so there's no
Oh.
copyright infringement or anything.
Interesting.
Nice.
That would be fine then. You could just pull up archive.org and start playing it.
Yeah.
Or you could, own it and play it, either one. But you may still end up with somebody being like, this is my content, because they uploaded it at some point on YouTube and now they can claim ownership of it in the system. And then you can be like, they don't own this, it's public domain, and you just got to fill it out so you don't get any negative things on your channel.
Yeah, no.
It'll say doesn't affect you, but like, I swear those things affect your visibility.
So Chaco, when I was on his show, when I streamed it on my channel too. So I just copied what he was doing.
Yeah.
So when he live streams, he does like he's got Seven Nation Army playing, and this whole like really
Well, it
done.
opens up with Burl Ives as the intro. I was like, what is this?
It's yeah.
Hey, I got first. Woo!
And I said, dude, how are you
Nice.
getting away with that? I was like, because man, I would love to put some music in the beginning of my show or something like that. And he's like, oh yeah, I delete that after I edit the video and I put the edited cut up later. I was like, I'm never gonna do that because that just takes too much time for me. I was like, but that's cool that you do it. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I live streamed all that, the original stuff, so I'm gonna get nailed. And sure enough, the next day I go up there and it's YouTube has made it private.
Yeah, YouTube will make it private, and then you can usually, ooh, that was a fun twirl. You can usually go in and just say like cut out segment,
Yeah,
and that'll take care of that.
I
I've
just
actually been
deleted it
using the
because it
YouTube
was-
editor more lately.
it was more to get the chat involved with it than actually have a copy of it.
Yeah.
So I just deleted it. I was just like, I'll just get rid of it. So we'll see how it turns out. Like I said, I've never been a part of a watch party, never tuned in for a watch party. So
I
don't even know how they're supposed to go other than, I think of Mystery Science Theater 3000, but I don't want to make fun of Jimmy Stewart. I probably will though.
So a watch party etiquette is just watch. You're not there to react to it. You're not like, you can talk if you want to talk. Like some people just kind of naturally talk. But like the whole point of the watch party is that you have the rights to be able to play the thing and you just want to watch it with a group of friends.
Oh, okay.
So comment
That's
to the
good.
chat if you want to, but like a lot of the times the etiquette is literally just like watch it and enjoy it.
Well, I don't want to be the Philistine, so
Or the
Palestinian.
somebody was like, well, what about the Palestinians in the Bible? And I was like, you mean the Philistines? Like,
yeah.
well, I mean, just because Rome called them that doesn't mean it's the same people. interesting effect making your car see through the trees. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually because it works on any of the trees.
Yeah, I like that. Jiminy, if you were paying attention, I made that comment earlier. Jackass. All right.
Palpatine.
I'm out.
All right.
You guys
see ya.
have a great, wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you guys later. Angry,
Likewise.
good chatting with you as well.
Yeah, man.
See you, chat. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Stu. When you're in live streams like this, does everybody just call you angry?
No, my buddy Pops coined the term AC.
AC?
Or maybe it was Pop Culture Mechanic. One of the two did, so people call me AC now.
What? You said Buddy Pops. I assumed it was Pop Culture Mechanic. You got more Pops in your life?
There's a guy named Pops, all cap, and he talks about comics and movies and shows. He's been around YouTube, I think, a lot longer than most of us here. Yeah.
Gotcha.
He was the guy I was on stream with, talking with James, too, about Tokyo Comic Con this week.
Gotcha. AC. So you're my air conditioning.
Yeah, that's that's what someone else said, too.
I removed you from my car because you weigh 30 pounds, and I don't want that. I don't want that weight.
Yeah, not longer than IJP. Mister, I've got like 70,000 subs or something.
Yeah, he's got good numbers. I like IJP's stuff. But for some reason, you can be subbed and notice belled, but I had no idea that his God of War thing was done. I knew he was working on it even. That's the even more annoying part is like I knew it was coming, but
That's weird
algorithm was
because
just
I
like-
got
And not only did I know it was coming, but my algorithm specifically says long-form video game review and retrospective content should be fed to this individual. But no, I didn't get it.
yeah, that's kind of whack.
I'm frustrated. But at least he's in chat telling me that his thing is done and dropped, and you let me know so I can get in there and watch it and like it up. Unless I don't like what you say, then I'll engage with a dislike. But probably not. I can't imagine a God of War take where I'd be like, I don't like this video. Like, what would that even look like? Yeah, Nuke, we've been here before ads and Gmail. Wonderful. If I stayed on one channel, I would be here since 2014. But I kept having different ideas and doing different channels. Feedback in the comments, always.
You're talking about like actively contributing to YouTube being here, or just having an account on YouTube?
Actively uploading.
Okay.
Let's see. Videos, oldest.
There's two different angry Canadians.
Yeah. 9 years ago, I started an Ico Let's Play with a friend, and then we played Spy Hunter. So,
Oh, cool.
2014 was when we started this. And then after that, we did... my wife and I with our travel blog. We did that one for a while, and then now I'm in the escape corner. I like the escape corner best. I think it's flexible enough because when you're on like a let's play, like that's all you can do, and it's like a 2-person let's play. It's weird to try to like transition that channel into something different. And then the travel blog, since it was just our names, we could kind of do some other stuff, but it was never as fun as when we were just talking about when we went to Japan. So I think the escape corner is much more fun. I think it's got more staying power as far as what I want to do and how I want to do it. Like I got a new series coming. Since we're towards the end of the night, we're petering off a little bit on viewership. We'll do a little sneak preview. Got a little something I've been cooking up for about a decade now, called Christmas with Creed coming. So keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah, I think what you got with your channel It's pretty cool because like the name itself doesn't it's not like pointing to a specific subject or whatever. So you can cover a wide range of activities. And yeah, basically you just have these panel things, right? So you just sit down and talk with people and discuss things. But you can also play a game in the background while you're discussing or watch or do reaction stuff. So
Yeah, I can get that Destiny meta where I play
Yeah.
autism game in the background while I talk and yell at people.
I'm thinking about rebranding, but I might wait until I actually want to go full time on YouTube or just put more into YouTube.
Right.
So my channel is just a hobby channel. So whatever I'm interested in, I just post it, and then like I don't care about algorithm
Yeah,
or,
it's nice.
or
Like,
anything else.
like I think everybody should like use their like set your whatever your normal Gmail is, set that to a YouTube account and like just make everything private and just save videos there, because like me and my friends, we have so many little like clips and stuff that we've recorded on like the PS3 and the PS4 that we just upload from there from like gaming and stuff, and it's just kind of fun to have that little bit of history even if you never make it public. I think that is a minimum for everybody. But what would you do? I think Angry Canadian, like, I would say it works if any of those words applied to you. I think that's the only problem with your name, is that you don't ever seem angry, and also you seem not super Canadian.
That's the funny thing is I chose it just to be opposite of what I am, I guess, and just to
Kind of
be
makes sense, like James
funny.
Ralph and the angry video game nerd. Like, sure, he's a video game nerd, but he's not angry. Like, that was sort of just a character, right? But I think you need to like play into that character at some point. You got to have the what does Boogie call his character? Terrence? No, what is?
I don't remember. God.
Anyway.
IJP is saying he's gonna get me to 20k subs next year. Oh, dude, good luck.
Beautiful. As long as Francis, that's what it is. Thank you. Yeah. I think you need to have some character at some point. Maybe your shorts content will just be like the actual Angry Canadian coming out, and you just like be mad about certain, comic book or pop culture, something in your hobbies, Lego, and you just be angry about it. But then you also sort of break into a little bit of French Canadian periodically as you're like angrily yelling about it.
I don't know. Trust me, it's really easy for me to embrace the angry side, but that's like a part of me I don't like going to, because that's what I used to be when I was in the military,
Yeah.
and I hated that because it was the military's fault and the people I worked with. It changed me, so I've been trying to like reverse it and go back to my like normal, nice, respectful side.
Well, it also could just
So-
be like an enemy of the channel sort of a gag where like you're talking about something you're enjoying, and then it can be literally your version of Michael showing up and being like, Jujutsu Kaisen, it's dumb, and you're like, shut up, I like it because of this.
Yeah.
New Lego set sucks, and you're like, I think it's great because of these things. I like nice AC. Me too. I think if he's gonna keep AC for the name, he'll have to play into the moniker at some point. If he changes it, then it's free game. You do whatever you want. It's up to you.
Well, I mean, if this Halo show comes out, this season 2, and because I already got in a little bit of an argument with this one big Halo YouTuber,
Yeah.
and he was at some event in Brazil. They did some like championship event there, and they teased the season 2 trailer.
Oh, nice.
And
Of
I
course
ca-
they would show off Master Cheeks 2 in Brazil.
Yeah. And so he did like a live reaction, and he's like, okay, it looks good or whatever. And so a lot of people in the comments were saying like, yeah, but it may look good, but the show's writing is gonna be terrible. So I said something similar. I said they can't hide what they've done to us in the first season. And his response is like, well, there's a new writer, there's a new showrunner, there's
So
a new
what?
production crew.
Master Chief, as scene 1, episode 1, wakes up from a dream that was season 1. Like, that's the only way you get rid of all of that. Like,
Yeah, that's it. And unless they don't do that, then like you're not winning me back. And so if they do desecrate him even more in the Halo world, that might trigger me into turning into true angry Canadian, because nothing like that's one of the only like things I'm passionate about. It would be Halo. Like a lot of people's like Star Wars or Marvel or whatever. For me, it's Halo, and seeing what especially with the company, the guys that own it now, 343, and like
Yeah.
how they've really apparently, I don't know if you heard this, but the Master Chief collection is considered finished now. Like even though there's still a ton of bugs that they need to work on, but they're like done supporting it. Like they're not gonna keep updating it with like a season or whatever.
Really?
And people are like really pissed off. They're like, really, like this, you could have taken Master Chief collection to like Fortnite levels of fame, with like some really cool content being added and like and actually working, and people can match make.
That's crazy.
But they're like, no, we're gonna finish. They called it finishing the fight. It's like we're gonna finish the fight, and we're not gonna support it anymore.
That's wacky. I used to work across the street from Bungie, and then what's funny is when 343 took over, they actually got the office on the first floor of the building, and then Bungie eventually left. I was like, this is really weird how this geographically is working.
Don't they own the whole building now, or most of it?
343 or Bungie?
343, because Bungie shouldn't be there anymore, right? They should have moved out to a different location.
No, like they were like, it's a downtown city location in Bellevue.
Oh, my
where,
bad.
like,
Okay.
the first floor is like bars and restaurants, and then like the next floor is like there was 343 on the next floor, and then the top floor was Bungie for a bit, but then Bungie eventually moved out of there.
Dude, it's sad to see what Bungie has turned into now, because they purposely
Suffered
left
from success.
Microsoft. They purposely left Microsoft
Yep.
because of the corporatism, and then they signed their soul away to Activision, and like they signed it again to Sony this like last couple of years or whatever. And it's just like, come on, like I mean, it's not the same people there anyways.
Oh yeah,
But,
those people are long gone. That's why I always advocate
Yeah.
for follow the people, not the company.
Yeah. Unless you're Nintendo and those, they're like all old and they still run the company.
Yeah, so follow the people. Yeah, exactly. You're
Yep.
still technically following the people. They're just still there after 30, 40 years of game design.
Let's see. Lucifer says he thought Halo Infinite was okay, but didn't want to play it again after beating it. I'm not gonna lie, I've played it 3 or 4 times. I actually really like that game. I know a lot of people didn't like it. That was the Halo game I've been waiting for, and I thought it was really good. So I played it several times.
The Halo game I'm
Nice
waiting
crash.
for is give me ODST as like a squad shooter.
Oh my goodness! There's a mod for Arma, I think, or Squad too. I think even Squad, the game. But there's mods for Arma and Squad that's like Halo ODST armor and everything and weapons.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. Like people have done reenactments of like in lore events or whatever with that mod.
Yeah, because I was in a Halo 1 league back in the day. Capture the flag, heavy weapons.
Oh, nice.
That was fun. And it was all just like online because it was on PC. And I would, because I'm colorblind, I would just break open all the textures and paint everything so I could see it.
Nice.
And like I thought nothing of it. I was like 15 at the time, right? And then at some point I recorded some of my footage because I wanted to like show some people, like, your team back in the day was just a bunch of people who like found your website and like kind of signed on with you, and you
Yeah.
would get people that were really good and other people that really sucked, and then people that are like, oh, I just play Capture the Flag in Blood Gulch by going like up the ramp, and it's like, no dude, we're playing heavy weapons. You're running with that flag, you look straight down, you jump and kill yourself, and it's going to launch that flag up on top of the building so it'll get where it needs to. So I made like a whole series of like grenade and rocket launches for when you're like getting the flag
Mm.
from point A to point B, and someone while they were watching it was like, why does everything look weird? Because like my health packs were a different color and my banshees were different colors, and then like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
actually got like sent into the league, and they were like, all right, if you're gonna be playing in you can do this on your own, but in a league match you need to turn all this off. And I was like you know how much of a pain in the ass this is to turn all this off? I have to swap
Yeah, yeah.
textures in a folder. I'm not just like clicking a button here.
Yeah. They've at least in Infinite, they've added some crazy options for color blindness. Like you can, it's actually impressive. You can change, because what they've done is everyone can customize their own armor, right? And it used to be like, at least like in yeah. Anyways, back in the day, if you customize your armor, it didn't matter what color you chose as your personal color. It would automatically choose the color for the team that you jumped in, right? Like red or blue. Well, they got rid of that, so now it's based off of your shield. So your shield color is the team color, so you can still have like whatever color you want plus whatever armor configuration. So what they've done with that is like if you're colorblind, you could change the shield color of your teammates, your enemies, all kinds of configurations. So it can be any colors you want. They're not stuck to just red and blue and yellow or whatever.
Oh, that's great. That's like the
It's pretty cool.
Overwatch colorblind was the similar. You can change everything in that system from like the character, because what they do in Overwatch is like your character has like an outline that's sort of your team color, and you can make those outlines of the enemies of your characters all whatever color you want, basically, our full RGB control. Should have said, sorry, bro, I'm disabled.
The exact same thing.
It was a PC Halo
Back in that
1
day, no.
Rocket League. Capture the flag. Everyone was disabled, okay? Doesn't
Actually,
Ooh,
it's funny you bring up Halo PC, because that was the very first Halo game I ever played, was the PC version, but it was specifically the demo, the free demo that they had. And one of my very first YouTube videos I made was a PC demo like review. And no one will ever find that because I'm never gonna share that. It's cringe to watch. But it was pretty funny, like using like Bandicam to record the screen capture
dude.
back in
Get
the day.
that watermark.
Yeah, dude. Yep. But it was fun, like playing the demo, because the demo had multiplayer, and you could play with you were only on Blood Gulch, but you could play with anybody else that had the multiplayer. And mostly I was playing with like people in some Spanish-speaking country, because all of their gamer tags were Spanish related, and they also chatted in Spanish in the chat, so it was pretty funny.
Oh, and then also using like a separate chat system. Because like the reason we got into it is because my dad would be playing on the living room computer, and I had a computer in my room, and we would just have the door open and just be shouting at each other through the house while we're playing. So like, oh, I'm here, they're here, they're on me, all that kind of stuff. And some people were like, wow, you guys are really good, you want to play with us? And you can always tell, because they would have like a bracket, 3 letters, and then a bracket, and like that's just how you knew they were league guys.
Nice.
Oh gosh, that is so many memories flood back when I started thinking about those days. Because then we built my sister a computer too, and she would play. To the point where like if we were having like a friend's party or something, she wouldn't play Halo unless they could like get the keyboard to work, which you could get a keyboard and mouse to work on the Xbox back in the day. It was just like no one knew how. It would just suddenly start working. So
that's funny. Yeah, when I played it on PC, I always thought that mouse and keyboard was the true way of playing it. And then when I eventually got an Xbox 360 and played it, it always felt weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, when they announced Master Chief Collection for PC, I was like ecstatic, because then I could play almost all of them on PC, and that was such an amazing way to play those games again, was on the PC.
Oh, 1000%. Because like I grew up on like Deus Ex and Half-Life and Quake, and like everything was PC, mouse and keyboard. So FPS, like I get like what Halo did to make like FPS work on a console was just groundbreaking, and it was really cool to play. And I think honestly that Gears of War really iterated well on the
On console.
on the console shooter.
Yeah.
The way that game used like snap without too much snap was like very, very intuitive to play. That, and I don't know, I still always just felt the keyboard was way more fun.
One of my favorite memories of playing the Combat Evolved demo was I had a sleepover with 3 friends at my place, and all 4 of us, we were playing on 2 laptops and 2 workstations, and yeah, just all 4 of us playing online on the same team, and we were just like wrecking house with whoever was like joining our server. It was hilarious.
Gosh, those are...
Like it was co-op, right? The LAN party, but it wasn't LAN because we're playing online. So
yeah, exactly.
and it was awesome. I wish I could recreate that, but it was
It's lost to time now.
basically, yeah. It's really hard to play Halo out here in Japan because I have to play off of Australian servers.
Oh,
And even
interesting.
those guys have a hard time because I guess I didn't know this, but like one of the top Halo guys is Mint Blitz, and he's out of Australia, or maybe it's New Zealand, but he is so good at playing with terrible ping. Like he knows how to trace his lead his shots even with the
Oh,
ping,
'cause their
like
internet
being
sucks down there.
I guess so. Like I was watching this other YouTuber, he used to play Halo quite a bit, so he was reviewing Mint Blitz's footage, and he's like, wow, like this guy's insane how he compensates for the ping as well as the game itself with the lead of like the sniper rifle. And anyways, yeah, so it's hard to play online
Yeah.
with people.
Oh, okay. I'm done with that. This is fun. Alrighty, what's next for you? You got this Comic-Con down. Going to Australia. Are you playing with people in Australia now?
No,
Going to
no.
Osaka Comic-Cons.
Yeah, hopefully in May. We'll see.
Nice. Oh my goodness. Any new new channel updates? Now that you've done your NLP?
Let's see. So I've been just streaming on mobile, the UCS Venator. Probably got like 2 or 3 more streams left until that thing's done. Next week I got a video game music discussion stream,
Nice.
and I'm gonna have your boy Leon and Nerporeal Lifeform on. We're gonna talk about Zelda 1 and 2's music.
Nice.
So while we was in the stream, I was doing some video editing, just trying to catch up because I haven't had any chance to do it. But yeah, and then the rest of the month, I don't know yet what I'm doing. I like to do some more gaming streams, but I gotta like focus on Christmas, and then of course, in Japan, New Year's is a big deal, so I gotta like prepare stuff for New Year's as well. So, yeah.
Nice.
Next month I'll be on a collection stream with somebody. So if you want to see the Lego goodies that I bought at Comic-Con, the $1,000 worth of Legos that I bought at Comic-Con, next month you'll see it on Twitter. I might post it on my YouTube community page as well. But yeah, appreciate letting me hop in and chat for a while.
Anytime. Sounds like a blast. You're just going around hanging out with everybody now.
Yeah, man, it's fun just hanging out with people.
IJP says what happened to Zelda, but I think that's the Zelda stream you just talked about.
No. So like I was gonna be playing Zelda 1 and 2 before the stream because I have never beaten those games, and so once we're done here, I'm gonna go start Zelda 1 and try to beat it.
Wow. Okay.
So we'll see. I have a guide.
It doesn't take
so I
long
think
if
I'll
you're
be
using a
fine.
guide, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And then for New Year's, are you doing chicken cake? What's your New Year's?
Oh, you mean
food?
Christmas?
Are you doing Christmas chicken or?
No, Well, you know, Christmas in Japan is KFC and Christmas cake.
Mm.
No, this year my wife works Christmas, so I will be playing hockey on Christmas night. That's the plan.
It's so weird that you play hockey down there. But then I'm in Nagoya and there's the Studio Ghibli warehouse on one side, and you turn around and there's a whole like hockey ice rink on the other side, and you're like, what the hell is
Oh, that's
this
awesome.
going on?
Yeah, yes, she's working. So New Year's we'll go back to visit her family. So take the bullet train and do that. But I wanted to do some cooking this year for Christmas, but I don't care to do it now. So I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, I'm sure it'll be a fun Christmas either way. Everyone, thank
Yep.
you much for hanging out with me this week. This was a fun time Friday. We learned a lot. I think everybody learned a little bit tonight about something. Even if it was that at one point a kid threw poo in high school. So have a wonderful rest of your evening. I will be back for stream next week. Monday, I will have a stream. Tuesday, I will have a stream. And then I don't know what the rest of the week looks like. I gotta plan out the rest of the week. Tomorrow, everybody, tomorrow, I might be one of the guests on Anime Guy's stream. So go see Brandon the Anime Guy in the morning. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Kampai.